Hey, hi, hello. Let's see. Body levels. Alright, we're good. And a good evening to you. I hope your week has been going pretty well. Mine. Did I mention I had like a kind of a big thing happen middle of the week? Yeah, I did. Just talk about it during Grid 2. Yeah, it was like had some unexpected visitors that I hadn't seen in a long time. We had a big event happening in my area, and it's fun times overall. Other than that, pretty straightforward week. And I guess it's quite unlike Ratchet and Rivet's adventure right now. We're about halfway through. Last we left off on stream, base quartz blew up and Rivet's gotta find someone to fix it. Fortunately, it can't be Bob the Builder. I don't know if Bob the Builder exists in this universe or any of the Ratchet and Clank universes. Yeah, we're gonna continue playing Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, so let's get in here and resume. I have a bit of confession. I did play a little bit off stream, but that's only to like do the grindy side questy stuff on Savalis and Sargasso. I got all the Lorbs on Savali, so we'll go listen to that, but I want to go back to Sargasso. Yeah, that's right. We're opening a Ratchet and Clank stream by going to Sargasso once again, but I kind of looked ahead a little bit myself to see what we need to do, and it's actually more straightforward than you would think. Yeah. It's like, I probably could have done this in one run, but you know, it was getting a little long in the tooth. I didn't want to waste like 2 hours trying to figure out what we needed to do. So anyways, let's go get all the Zerp stones, because this is what they want. We got 44, so there's 16 of them left. Oh, you know what? Keep on pressing start, and start just brings up the main menu, and if you want this menu, you gotta go here. So let's switch to orbs for the stream. Go Jack and Daxter mode. Dang it, I was hoping I could reach the warp from there. But I also like how they make sounds that are kind of like similar to what you might hear from the home game. Points maybe not that close, but everything else is pretty close. Okay, this should allow us to get the next thing. I'm not sure who we talk to through that. Or maybe not. Shouldn't be too hard to get the rest of them. We just need to, you know, pay him some mind. All right, we'll just keep on hunting them till guy. Oh right. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Ooh. Where's the party mix? Just like that, now we got an easy way to kind of get the rest of them. I mean, that is nice. They, as you find more of them, they give you kind of tools to just get to the rest of them. So if you don't want to do platforming challenges or, you know, really go out of your way for them, just, yeah. There's pretty much easy pickings for the rest of them. You just mark them on the map, and then wait for the little cursor to appear, and then snipe them. Oh, hey, gold bolt.
This was quite well hidden.
It kind of was. I mean, it's out of the way, so you definitely wouldn't be able to spot it with that, unless you really tried. All right, we'll go get this one next. Hey, wait, I didn't. Oh, it's fine. I can always get back on right away. It's not a big deal. And I can sort of see why they don't have, like, you know, fixed flight paths like WoW style, because, you know, you get to do that. You get to do this. You get to just snipe them from afar. And you know what? It's like kind of cathartic, right? Just after kind of sort of busting your butt a little bit on foot to try to spot them from the air and then get at them. Just shoot them, and you can also shoot everything else too while you're at it. Right? It's like, haha, You're all nothing to me. Although it doesn't look like they drop bolts. Anything defeated by Trudy's fireballs don't drop bolts. That's fine. Can I break this? Oops. Nope. The answer is no. I can't break that. Can't break that by itself, but that's fine. We'll just collect the ones we can on foot, and then we'll get back in the air and just snipe the rest of them. Easy. Wow. That was rather loud yoo-hoo. That was yeah, that was Zircon, wasn't it? And you know what, let's get some XP from these folks while we're here. 150, 525. Okay, we're starting to reach like Final Fantasy number levels of damage now. You know, I will never not be surprised at which shorts kind of sort of take off, and at least for me, takeoff in terms would be, takeoff terms would be like getting 4 digits, right? Anything other than that tends to be fine, but 4 digits tends to be like really out of the way for me, so I'm shocked too, right? It usually takes me a day to get to that amount, but yeah, I know. You don't have to tell me again. All right, please speed up the game. I'm good. You can speed it up. I don't need to do another fireball tutorial, for goodness sake. You think they'd have like some sort of way to check? Hey, have you done a tutorial yet? Is this thing just gonna be slow until I shoot a Zerp stone? I sure hope not. Hopefully it'll be a case of I shoot anything and they'll be like, alright, you're good. They are really, really trying me here. Oh my god. Please just let me move normally. For goodness sake. If I shoot the Grunthor, will you stop with this slowdown? This has got to be a bug, right? This can't be like something they would just do consistently until I finally shoot a Zerp stone, because do I have to like kill something? If I kill an enemy, will they finally go, hey, yeah, wow, okay, you did the tutorial, great. Or just hold? Okay, that's fine too. I mean, would rather not have to do that, but eh. I wonder what happens if I try to fly it out of bounds. Will there be a turret that just like shows up and shoots Trudy out of the sky? There we go. How many is that? 7 to go. Can see 5 of them marked on the map. Might be more, but they might be clustered together. Bombing run! Oh yeah, that was a good amount. Just gonna keep on blasting our way. Oh, I think we got them all, so we're gonna move on. Wow, really? I had not noticed that before. Thanks. Some people might need the reminder. Can't fault them for that. Okay, we're down to 2. Missing 2 of them. Ah, they're on the northern island, okay. Oh, they also point out treaty perches. Kinda wanna stop by here so I can grab the raritanium real quick. And you know what, we should probably pick up the items from Zircon as well, since we're here. We're gonna get a quick shopping trip. Anyone ever have that happen, or anyone ever do that? You're just like on the road, you know, you're on your way to your destination, you suddenly see something like on the side, and you're like, oh man, that looks cool. We should do that, and then you go and do it. The one that stands out the most to me that we did is when we were on a vacation. I think we were on our way home, and my parents saw, oh wow, look, it's a winery. Why don't we just stop in there? And then they stopped there and ended up being there for like 3 hours. Heh, Scarface reference. I like how these Agents of Doom have got their Super HD update. They look all right. Still true to the original as well. You know, we got the same symbol, I think, at least close to it.
You are gonna love these little rascals. That one is just begging for an upgrade. I love kicking off a new upgrade chain. Love seeing my little ladies reach their full potential. Oh, my stars! That is a good one!
Yeah, we got a bit of a loud noise situation going on, so I'll just spend the time upgrading weapons real quick in silence. Hopefully, that'll be fine. I'll start speaking again once the loud noises cease.
Get that chain going, hun! Gotta blast some more baddies before you can upgrade that one. Nice mod, huh? Hooray! Let the upgrades commence!
So the Zerpstones, yes, I better get that spy bot ready for you. Oh boy.
Woo! Gelatonium factory, here I come.
By the by, have you noticed anything different about Trudy yet?
Besides her being even more radiant than usual.
She's expecting!
What? She is? Oh my!
Oh man, wow. Ooh, congrats, Trudy.
Oh, I am gonna
Nice.
throw her the biggest baby shower this planet has ever seen.
There's nothing like flying with Trudy, because I didn't have to work the nick. Oh, my Mart! Look at all that surf! You earned this spy bot and then some.
And then some. So you're giving me bolts? No, you're just getting me a spy bolt.
Eat everything.
Oh, 5 days, 6 tops. But old Mort will worry about next week.
Oh,
By the by,
words to live by.
noticed anything different
Are we
about
going
Trudy
through this
yet?
again?
Besides her being even more radiant than usual.
She's expecting!
What? She is? Oh my! Oh, I am gonna throw her the biggest baby shower this planet has ever seen.
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen like the destructible that actually explodes and deals damage to you. Usually they just, you know, break apart and give you currency, but this is different.
He hasn't been this excited since that time you two snuck into Big Mort's game night.
Good God, I thought those loud noises would never end. Sheesh. One thing I appreciate about winter months around here is that there is a considerably reduced presence of loud noises. It's like people are outdoors and they just want to celebrate it in the loudest, most obnoxious way possible. Gets to be a bit much sometimes. Whew. Alright. There anything else did I get? Oh yeah, I got all the spy bots, gold bolts, and other stuff here, so... it mentioned the Lorbs, so let's check out the Lorbs real quick, along with checking out the next gold bolt unlock here. Wait, rendering modes pack 1, play the game with the filter on. Noir, okay. Sepia, hey, here's their real filter. Mars. Whole movie. I have to imagine this gives it very sharp, washed out tone, and none. Not noticing a too appreciable difference. Maybe you have to get back out. Oh, wait. Oh, boy. Oh, there it is. I'm sure a lot of people probably don't remember the old days of video recorders, but that's kind of what home movies felt like. Someone remembers them. Probably a good thing they didn't make that, like, you know, a filter in the menu as well, because, oh, that would have made things hard to check out. Anyways, Lorbs, let's check out the rest of these. What other dimensions are these folks going to explore? Time management.
Third dimension was cubes. Really, really smart cubes. I don't know what else to say there, except that I might have to stop doing these for every dimension I visit, because there's a little bit less than an infinite amount left, and I could have mapped 32 in the time since I started talking. Okay, bye.
Dude, was that intelligent cube? This guy just like find his way to the intelligent cube dimension. Also, I found out the game name with the other one, the first one we heard about with the relics and stuff. It's Knack. Remember Knack? That was kind of the PS4 tech demo game where we were showing off. Oh, yeah, look at all these independent parts the PS4 is able to process and stuff. I mean, it was a pretty decent game too, especially Knack 2. Anyways, next up, good news, bad news.
Mapping's going well. Bad news, apparently not well enough, because Caden just asked me to go faster. Wouldn't say why, but he sounded stressed, so I let it go. Faster. Yeah,
Let it
okay,
go.
that easy.
Let it
Good thing
go.
I stopped doing those recordings. Wait, I'm doing one now.
Oop. And there's many more to go. We're only halfway through.
I know I was going to stop doing these recordings, but I can carve out some time every once in a while. Just, I'm a genius. Dimension 31x7, not super.
This is gonna be like a running gag.
Creatures. One was firing a gun and spinning himself around.
Okay, here we go.
The other hung out in his shoulder
They're doing
blade
live
like a
commentary.
Oh, I wanted to hang out with them so badly.
Was this like pre-pants or post-pants, though? There we go. There's your Jack and Daxter dimension. I mean, at the very least, it was, you know, post Jack and Daxter 1. This is like Jack 2 or onwards. Alright, one size fits all.
Figured out a way to map even faster. Caden might kill me, but listen. Instead of all the cranking and pulling a trigger to use the Dimensionator, I just converted the whole thing into a helmet that runs on voice commands. I mean, he can't argue with the results, and if he does, I'll just complain about it here.
Yeah, that's what I did as a kid. I remember having a blog when I was a kid, and like something happened in real life that I was just like really miffed by. I would jump on the blog and just rant about it. It was cathartic, right? If the people in real life won't listen to you, maybe just shout in the void, and at the very least, you'll get perhaps someone who tries to sympathize.
Dimension 242Y8, quite possibly the cutest dimension I've ever seen. Oh, the inhabitants were all made out of wool, I think.
Wool?
Literally make anything. And there was
Ooh.
a really pleasant voice following me around everywhere. Oh, it was
Sounded a lot
incredible.
like Stephen
Okay,
Fry,
I'll tell you
probably.
better. I think I'm finally close to mapping my last dimension.
Wait, this guy was mapping like infinity dimensions and somehow he got through them? It's kind of nuts. Also, hey, Little Big Planet. I mean, makes sense that it would come there, considering Little Big Planet probably within the wheelhouse of you know, sorts of the mascot style properties that they're looking at here. Right? Apart from Intelligent Cube, that's just they just decided to do a deep pull. It's like, hey, you know your PlayStation history? Here you go. Woo, this is entry 10.
So tomorrow I'm going to sleep in for an hour.
Yeah. Oh man.
Baby, I mapped every single dimension in existence. Woo!
Feeling when you finally finish a task, especially when it's a huge task.
When I give him the map, and tell him that I'll be going back to all those dimensions soon. There's still so much I can learn.
Yeah, when you gotta do infinity of them, I probably can only visit one for such a short amount of time.
I found out why Caden has been so stressed lately. Something bad's going on. Bad enough that we need to hide as many Lombaxes as we can. And I guess all of my mapping work was to help find the perfect dimension for us to hide in. So, yeah. I hope I didn't screw anything up.
Oh boy. Here we go. This is not farewell. Final entry.
This is my final recording. If you're listening to this, that means you didn't make it to the new dimension with us.
Oh, ouch.
And I'm so sorry. We're trying hard to get everyone now, but our race is scattered across so many dimensions.
I think you mean species.
This is not farewell. I left a copy of my dimensional map in the archives, and I marked down where we're all going. I wish I could have left you a Dimensionator too, but... hey, I'm only one Lombax. I hope you find your way back to us. And if you do, please, look me up. The name's Mags. And I'd love
Mags,
to hear
huh?
your story.
You wonder if that'll become relevant later. Anyway, you done well, Mags. Take a break. You earned it. Well, I guess the spybots have video. Oh, okay. It's just a little touristy style overview, huh?
Integrated in high-energy capacitors. This material was once prevalent in computers, starships, and
Whoopinators.
These days, however, the rare ore is mostly shipped to the Emperor's research facility on Cordelion for various dark projects.
Oh, Cordelion, you say?
Speaking of which, when the
I wonder if that
crisis
will
broke
become a
out
location we
today,
visit later.
communication with the miners went silent, and their shipments to the Empire were missed. So, Ms. Zircon thinks that maybe Blizzard might not be the safest place to be right now.
That's an understatement. What do you have to say about Sargasso?
Sargasso, the land that time forgot. Or
The
rather,
land before
the
time,
land
as someone
that
might put it.
look at and could not forget fast enough. Full of acidic swamps, primordial beasts, and
You know,
birds.
place is bad
Lots
when
of birds.
evil conqueror
The
is
Emperor
like,
quickly
yeah,
decided that
no.
There were better ways to spend his time than conquering this mudball. The Gelatonium outpost once belonged to the Kirchu tribe, but they were wiped out when they accidentally misspelled the Emperor's name on their tax returns.
Aha.
Since then, the Morts have moved in and salvaged what they could. Officially, they remain neutral in the galactic conflict, but unfortunately, rumors have arisen that they have been harboring a key member of the Resistance in secret.
Yeah, put that on the bot. That certainly helps.
Nefarious City. It has been 10 years since Corson 5 fell, and this rotten place arose out of the ashes like a blood-eared pimple. The Emperor promised peace and order.
I remember hearing this.
Got was oppression and slightly cheaper.
Pretty sure this was like actual dialogue that they just put in as a.
Has been heavily restricted, along with civil liberties and public crying. But with
Yeah, no, she said all this to Ratchet, right?
hideous architecture, there is one grace note. This is where the Resistance was born.
Alright. Yeah, it's been a while since I checked out the armor. Let's see what their collection bonus is. 20% melee bonus, 10% reduced damage from pirates. Are we gonna see any pirates? Probably like specifically from one world. Nefarious enemies we see a lot more often, same with goons for less. Oh, XP gained is slightly up. Or bolts, and damage from indigenous creatures decreased by 20%. Nothing too major, but, you know, it's a little bit. Every little bit helps. Yeah, we kind of grabbed everything else. We got the raritanium, we got the bolts. Okay. We listened to the Lorb, so now we're finally going to move on with the story. It only took us about 30 minutes. Not bad at all. Alright, next is Torren IV. Looks like we're going to continue with following Rivet here, because they are going to seek the assistance of the legendary Fixer.
Let's do this.
He can fix it. That's the other fix meme, right? Usually it refers to people, though, and not... Oh, wow, hey. That's a kind of a different shot for a planet. That's pretty cool, though. Oh, wow, this is a very...
At least this mission will be a straightforward one.
Don't say that,
I don't know
Clank.
about your dimension, but out here, things never go according to plan. Improvisation is a skill you learn very fast.
I mean,
I
Ratchet...
also have a talent for improvisation.
Well, I can't wait to see you in
I
action.
mean, he kind of has to, considering he has, you know, one arm. Alright, we are in the outskirts.
Let's get some phase quartz repaired. I hope the Fixer is as good as the Morts say he is.
Yes, I hope so too.
This is kind of a sort of different looking place, right? Like, Savali was definitely a lot more on the wildlife area, while Torren here is a bit more of a kind of a futuristic style ramshackle town. Definitely feels very... How do you describe it? Is it like desert punk? Is that how you would call it? Anyways, you know, we're going to new worlds, meeting the wildlife, and then we're killing them. Standard Ratchet and Clank procedure.
Seems to be out of commission.
Really?
That was a raid. Places like this usually have to fend for themselves against bandits or pirates.
Pirates, you say? Is it gonna be our first encounter with pirate enemies? Let's go in here first. Yeah, it's probably way forward. This has got to be a side path for content. Who will you lead us to?
The Bullards in town knows where to find it. They're very knowledgeable about the area.
I hope they are more hospitable than the Bullards in my dimension.
Oh man, I forget what those are specifically. Are they like vultures? Sound like it. Ooh.
So shiny.
It was a pretty quick path to Gold Bolt. Ching, hey, Rivet. At least we were able to get back on rather quickly. Whew. Imagine I just fell off the cliff there. That would have been awkward. Although I did see like a platform below. I wonder if that's like hiding anything. Can't help. Okay, I guess you're not supposed to drop down there. Well,
Some phase quartz
now I
repellent.
know.
I hope the fixer is as good as the Morts say he is.
Maybe they shouldn't have put a platform down there if they didn't want people jumping down there. It was funny seeing Rivet just to fall into the wood. You know, the way falling deaths kind of worked in the old Ratchet and Clank games was like pretty funny, because just like, you know, hear Ratchet start screaming and then the model just like, you know, just became very, very stiff as it just like fell into the abyss. It worked well enough for being on the PS2, but definitely would stand out these days. The lack of animation would stand out. Oops.
The bridge seems to be out of commission.
Indeed.
That was a raid. Places like this usually have to fend for themselves against bandits or pirates.
If I remember correctly, Rivet is voiced by Jennifer Hale. Or at least I remember specifically people saying, "Oh man, I can't believe female Shepard from Mass Effect voices the female Lombax character." Stuff. Let's see what this next one gives us. Oh, music. Oh, okay, more music to play at the jukebox at Zerky's. That'll come in handy when we gotta revisit the Battleplex. Anyways, let us get into town here. Help them with whatever crises they got.
Does anyone here know where we can find the fixer?
Guess they're being cautious.
I mean, they are dealing with a little furry creature who has got like a billion weapons in their arsenal, could destroy them, you know, in a moment's notice. They probably have every right to be a little wary. This makes her a pretty neat set piece, though. Just, you know, walking through town, everyone's just like closing their stuff shut. It's like, oh man, something's going down.
If I were a fixer, where would I be?
Again, they do have like this little person just like running around breaking boxes in their town. They probably have every right to be worried, right? And again, she's armed to the teeth. Buzzblades, ooh. Wait, I bought the Glove of Doom. Am I gonna have enough bolts for frick? I don't. I have a bombardier. Coming up. Dropping bombs is what it lives for, literally.
Upgrades ready. Are you? Leave it so soon?
Alchemy's paradise in Junkish?
Imagine this has to be a metaphorical jewel, right?
Is the fixer on this planet?
He most definitely is. Great
On the other
guy,
side, though.
fast and single, if either of you are interested.
Hey, whoa. You're a step too far there, buddy.
We're told that he can fix phase quartz.
You know, Rivet said it offhandedly.
Anything.
What about maze quartz?
We've been having trouble with pirates, so we asked him to help because, you know, he's a big guy. But after a few days of totally crushing them, he just,
Oh, wow. Okay.
Perhaps we could fix him.
You two look like you could
Who
string him out
fixes
in
the
a ball
fixers?
without a minute. But the
They
power
are.
tomb was destroyed in the last pirate raid, so you'll need a hurl shot.
Where do you get one of those?
And I saw one in the smelting pits further ahead. Lucky you.
Alright, so the plan is pretty simple, right? We jump into the smelting pits to get our hurl shot. That will take us on the path that will get us to the fixer. That will let us fix the fixer.
Possible, but Ratchet is uncertain. Perhaps he is afraid
Wait,
that...
afraid? Why afraid?
Did you not see what happened the first time?
Huh. Well, hey, if he doesn't want to go, I will.
If you do get the fixer back up and running, point him my way. I've got some primo notes with his name on it.
Admittedly, Ratchet does also have past experience with Dimensionators. For more information on that, see Ratchet and Clank Future Tools of Destruction.
I am not thrilled about the name either. But
A
we
hurl
must
shot.
find one at the smelting pits.
Right, because it's like hurl is another word for throwing up. Clank, is that what you're getting at? Oh, that's an enemy. Let's go shoot it. Pew pew pew. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Oh my god, I mean, XP meter is just so very close to the next level. Just a little bit more and we'll get ourselves a level... the next level, which I assume has to be 10 more health, because that's the amount of health we've been getting per level.
So cool.
It's an infobot just kind of lying out of the way here. Is that it? I'd assume that bubbly stuff means I don't want to jump in it. It's like a tar pit, right? You know, I read that, like, tar is not something you kind of want to get yourself in because it's very carcinogenic. Like, get that stuff on your skin and it's going to cause you a whole bunch of problems, like, down the line. Yeah, it's, you know, probably very unlikely to be in a situation where you're going to be stuck in tar, but know that if you get stuck in tar, it's not going to be a good time, even if you get out. Alright, time to continue on the critical path, then. Is that, like, going to be, like, the world mechanic we play with? Oh. It's like how they hid the Raritanium behind those crates. It's like a pleasant surprise, if anything. An M. Oh, wait. That's like the Megacorp logo. That was like way back in Going Commando. Or this is a little nod to the super long time Ratchet and Clank things. Like, hey, look, here's a little reference from a really old game. Whew, there we go. Yeah, 10 more health. As expected, that's not surprising in the least. I like how the Void Repulsor's ammo is measured in a percentage. I'm guessing because, like, you know, it takes up a variable amount to absorb enemy shots and then a variable amount to kind of blast it out offensively. See, fungal is maxed out. Blast pistol. What if we did ricochet? Hey, look at that. Level 4. You know, it's a pretty good crowd controller considering, you know, the projectile will just bounce to a new enemy if it's still got hits remaining. Why don't we send out some Agents of Doom here? Just blast the rest of them with our lightning rod. And I remember when Up Your Arsenal changed up the Glove of Doom into just Agents of Doom. They made them come out like much faster, and you know their super upgraded version. When you max their level, they became the Agents. I forgot what it was called, but it was like I think it was the Agents of Dread actually, and yeah, they became like just floating turret enemies, which, depending on how much you like the original functionality, it would depend, right? I went down here instead. This looks like... Is this a critical path or not? Might not be. I don't see any way to proceed from here. It's just a little hideaway for some extra resources. Wait, this place seems to be full of those. Just little side paths that get you some extra stuff if you go out of the way from... I was hoping I could blow them up. Alright. We ride. Sorry, Agents of Doom, you can blow up anything because I put you out too late. We'll get them next time. Oh, I can see how this is gonna go. Oh boy. Little rail grinding action. Oops. I tried to jump. I don't know. Wow, kind of put us back real close to the spot. You know what? I respect that.
It's a curious place for a hurl shot to be.
I'm guessing it has something to do with them all getting recalled recently.
Hey, yo.
About fractured spines?
Aha.
Dear.
Yeah. It's okay. You're the main character. You'll be fine.
There's a rift.
Hey.
Where are you going to put that? Very impressive.
Yeah, indeed.
Out of our way.
Yes, please.
That was unpleasant.
Is there supposed to be music playing here?
Here comes a jump.
This is kind of not as intense without the music. Hey, look at that.
This rail system seems exceedingly dangerous.
Just hang on. It goes straight.
I am afraid we may end up in...
Think I was supposed to transfer rails there? I'm not quite sure.
Here comes a jump.
Jump, 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 jump. Dash, dash.
This rail
Or don't.
system seems exceedingly dangerous.
Okay, yeah, I'm supposed to kind of just rail transfer.
Go straight to the smelting pits.
I am afraid we may end up in a smell.
What? Can't believe you could actually screw that up. You think they would have guided you in there.
Here comes a jump.
Alright.
Oh dear. This
Okay,
rail
so you got a
system
rail
seems
transfer onto the
exceedingly
wall.
Dangerous.
Just hang on. It goes straight to the smelting pits.
I am afraid we may end up in a smelting pit.
I think you might be worrying a bit too much, Clank.
Ah, now that's a smell.
It smells like junk. It could be worse smells, I guess. Oh, hey, look, pirates. Hey, we do get to fight pirates. Who would have thought?
Oh no.
With not Rusty Pete.
Time has finally come. Let us plunder like mad and go break bad, for the fixer is all but done.
Look here,
Break
matey,
bad, huh?
This looks useful. In fact, I've a notion that it be crucial.
It seems fate has brought us together.
Can't believe they sing shanties even as they're raiding.
Guess fate really loves seeing you get your butt kicked, Pierre.
Ah! Yoo-hoo! Pirate mateys! Attack!
Anyways, if they want to break bad, I'm gonna show them that I am the one who knocks.
Pirates are raiding for scrap.
We can't let them get that.
Topiary Sprinkler is not leveled up yet, so we will continue with that.
Perhaps it would be worth using the high ground here.
Good idea. Shields? Looks like we're gonna have to get creative.
Yeah, just have to, get behind them.
love to take the credit, but no. The cause of the fixer's brokenness is a mystery to me. I will enjoy his absence, however.
Just taking advantage of chaos. You know what? Can at least respect that. Knows when to, strike when the iron's hot, as it were. Right? Alright, is that everyone?
That's all of them.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Hurl shot down.
Appreciate that they have the call out to let you know, hey, firefight's done now, go run around and get all the stuff. Be able to get the buzz blades when I'm done with this, I'm sure. Quite a few weapons returning from the old Ratchet and Clank future games. Okay, the hammer crank is progression. Let's explore the rest of this place here. Just random rare titanium crystals and cacti lying around. You know what? I think cacti might not be a bad spot to, hide some currency, because, hey, he's gonna poke around looking around for stuff in a cacti. That thing could poke you and do some good damage to you.
That hurl shot from the crane.
Yeah, relax, Clank. I'm just, fattening up my wallet here. You do want those buzz blades, don't you? Oh, I see more cacti over here. Those 18 bolts will really come in handy. Anyways, let us... Yeah, look at what it's over, though. Can we just, move this crane over just a little bit? Because I'm pretty sure this is just going to drop right in there, and Rivet's going to be like, shrug, I guess we got to find some way to get this molten goop off of it. Anyways, let's proceed, because... Oh, okay, it moves by itself. Alright, you know what? This is fine. Also, rather complicated movement for a simple crank, but you know what? Not gonna question it.
We've got the hurl shot. Now we just have to get across that pirate-filled chasm and find the fixer.
Press and hold left bumper to use hurl shot. Oh, okay. That's what that is, huh? So it's basically like a catapult. It's reminds me of Sonic Adventure 2. They had their the pole swinging mechanic.
If Molotov is mostly junk, what are they hoping to loot here?
They're better to find buried treasure than on a junk planet.
Yeah, right. It's a good place to hide stuff in a remote planet people probably won't be paying attention to. Anyways, we're gonna do a little boarding action. Oh, okay, we're going over them. Alright. That works. Okay, Shatter Blast, ooh. Alright, that's another weapon upgraded. Gonna move on. The Enforcer. This is what I think of your little attempt at a raiding party right there.
Our looting was so boring until you arrived. So merci for livening things up.
Yeah, keep laughing, Pierre.
Is this gonna be what their dynamic just turns into? Just Pierre is just gonna keep challenging Rivet because, oh man, it's making all this villainy exciting. Or she's making all this villainy exciting. It's like those shows where the bad guy, finally succeeds in their quest in taking over the world. And then, the heroes encounter them. They're, super bored. It's like, oh man, turns out I really was more in it for the journey than anything. Trying to run the world after you take it over is, really, really hard. Alright, you know what? That pirate gets to live. This is gonna be a fixed number of dudes to blow up until they say we're good.
How many pirates does Pierre have?
As many as the plot
Finish
allows.
them off. Then again, we seem to be doing pretty well on our own.
Oh, roll shot. We're going into the rift. Or, nope. Oh, actual boarding action. Though it kind of looked like they intercepted us. Alright. I'm ready for you.
Meddling is You always get in my way.
Did you ever think you're the one getting in my way?
Yeah, you ever think about that?
I am the protagonist of this story.
Ooh, oh boy.
Everyone.
Yeah, Pierre, I got something to tell you, unfortunately. Or, well, he's not gonna listen anyway, so who cares? Oh, that's another one. The Executor. That's a pretty good upgrade name. Oh man, I'm getting all the level ups here. They just all happen to be on the verge of it. Alright. The fact that they have like voice lines for being electrocuted is like pretty good. I can respect that. Yeah, could you just let me get around you? No? Okay. That's fine. Just ricochet you. Uh-oh. Alright. Too bad my Shatter Blast is maxed out, or else I'd be using it. So shields also make them immune to flinching. Gotta break their poise.
Are you getting tired?
Heh, poise.
Perhaps you would like a new death partner.
Yeah, unfortunately he's like halfway across the galaxy right now, so, no such luck. Wow, this guy's really top-heavy. Does Rivet know how to do a sweep kick? That would probably solve things pretty...
Dance?
No, we are not.
Oh, okay. I thought he grabbed me. I thought he grabbed me. I got real close. Hey, personal space, man. Okay, I see this guy's gonna try to lead the target. Decently smart. Hey, very pragmatic pirate. Oh, his name is Wee Roger. No, what is it with, like, big guys and people wanting to give them ironic names? It's always the big person who's named something like Tiny or Wee Roger or, like, you know, the rat or something like that, right? Forget what's yours is mine. We know where he is. You know, we kind of have a different crisis on our hand. A little late. Yeah, I gotta have the Negatron Collider. Oh wow, this guy's got like an arm bouncer. Alright, this guy's... actually got me on my rope. Got me on the ropes. Who's the weenie now? Oh man, I'm not good at one-liners, have you noticed?
Halt my hearties! Our command ship is lost! Destroy it now! Will it be expenses? Are ye sure?
At least you tried. I mean, that would have been funnier if, you know, he was going to say a curse word, but yeah. This is a family-friendly franchise now. Oh no!
I suggest we abandon ship.
Suggestion noted.
Suggestion followed. Ooh, faceplant. Ouch. I guess that,
Bolts.
that's it for that.
I never saw a pirate again.
That's it for that. so... Oh, yeah, we got the
Can now
hurl
use the
shot.
hurl shot to reach the fixer.
Right, the fixer. But since we're here... All the boxes respawned. Oh. Again, the power of the solid-state drive that lets them do this. Contain a decent number of bolts. Our enemies here respawned as well. Yes, they did. Ah, and I'm still out. Alright. Getting pixelized, and so are... Oop, missed. So are you. Vanish in a puff of pixels. Okay, fewer boxes here, but... You know what? It's 57 currency. Look, it'll really come in handy later on, I assure you. Alright, let's get ourselves some buzz blades, shall we? I've been needing another rapid fire weapon.
You here for weapons or ammo? I'm betting both.
Both. Both is good. Although I don't buy ammo. It's like really easy to get. Just, you know, break a few crates, and I got enough weapons now. I don't have to worry about a lack of ammo, because, you know, if one weapon runs out of ammo, just switch to another, and eventually I'll get the ammo to refill the other. Anyway, Buzzblaze preview. Ooh, yeah. Ha! Tool of Destruction. And again! And again! Very nice nod to Ratchet and Clank future Tools of Destruction there.
Play it while you can, sweet
I think that was
cheeks.
its debut game, actually. And it got featured a lot since then. Let's see, we got 21 rare titanium, so...
Get that change
Right, afford a
going,
couple
hun.
initial upgrades here. I guess we'll increase the fire rate a little bit. Alright, is there anything else we want to... upgrade here? Ooh, lightning rod. Shots travel farther. That sounds very handy.
That is a mighty fine upgrade you got there.
Yeah, love a good range up. Ooh. Ricochet can bounce additional times? Oh my god. Sign me up.
Ooh, now look at that. Treat yourself to an upgrade. You earned it.
Okay, we'll save the 7 rare titanium for later.
Oh, sugar.
Yeah, unfortunately I got a world to save. Where's this rare titanium at? Why did I miss it? Alright, we're gonna take a quick detour. Apparently I missed some rare titanium. Oh yeah. Getting a little out of the way, right? Thought this is just scenery, but no, you just go around the corner, suddenly boxes and rare titanium. Ooh, whole 4. Decent amount. Okay, I have to assume the other hurl shot catapult takes us back to the ship, so we'll go here. Yes, it is. Go take a break, Miss Zircon. Ratchet will be visiting you sometime in the future.
Gotta admit, the fixer being a giant robot is not what I expected.
Perhaps when he is not fighting pirates, he is a gentle giant.
A gentle giant made of iron, perhaps.
Robot, but we'll see.
Oh boy, anyone remember Multiversus? Remember how they had the Iron Giant as like a playable character? I think there was like, you know, a small crop of people going, man, why would the Iron Giant be like that? You know, the movie was kind of setting them up to, you know, not fight. I guess they made it work to a degree. If I remember correctly, that game was like taken offline like a while ago because they needed some more time to refine stuff. I know there's like a subset of folks out there going, oh, this is like definitely the death knell for that game. You have a small handful of folks also going, hopefully they'll be able to, you know, take into account the stuff the data they got from people playing it for a bit and maybe refine it to something good.
I can be persuaded.
Yeah, there's an armor piece in there. How about that? I'll get you a little minor stat boost. Alright, so what sort of mechanic we'll be doing with here? Oof. And, you know, when you're in a musty dimension where you can't really clean anything, it probably gets much worse.
Maybe it's time for one last Speedle ride.
Oh, really? This is it? The final Speedle test? I like how they had that armor orb up there, just like, this is your prize. Should you be able to reach it? Alright, without a further ado, let's do this course. I was just gonna be a remix. They just like took bits and pieces of environments from like multiple planets to kind of make this one. Oh, man. Dang. Thought there might have been something cool back there. There usually is. I mean, there were some boxes kind of hidden out of view. So, you know, it's not too far-fetched to think that, right? Hopefully I'm not alone in thinking that. Alright. Swing around here and, start boosting. Here we go. Oh wow, this court. We're going places with this one. Okay. Whee! I wonder if the boost is like completely necessary. And sure, if it is, they'll have that prop show up, right? That's usually how it goes. This is a good thing these courses are set up such that if you are boosting, you're not gonna, like, get completely boned. At least that's what it feels like, right? It feels like you're just barely in control. Maybe that's the intent. Oop. Wow, I totally botched that jump. So that's how it loops. Okay. Alright, so what if I went at, like, normal speed? Okay, normal speed don't work. Noted, at least for that ramp. Boost! Oh, guess you can't smack into minecarts either, which I guess makes sense, but I don't know, because I was kind of hoping maybe you get to plow through them, you know, because that would feel real great. Oh yeah, just barely in control here. Someone must have really play tested that area to make sure that you could just get the touch on the ramps when you're boosting. So we can go up here normally. No, okay, we can go up here normally. No boxes to blow up, so we just gotta boost to the end. Oh, wait, nope, there's boxes here. Just like that. New armor part. Lombax Praetorian. Nothing new to collect here. I wonder, what does that Praetorian bonus get us? Raritanium, looks like. I think that's what it is. That collection bonus screen looks full, too. I wonder if that's like all the armor sets we'll be getting. At least armor sets that have stats attached to them, anyway. Alright.
Yep. Still weird.
Weird, but fascinating.
And rewarding.
Now, on to the fixer.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled adventure.
Almost there!
The Lombax! Pierre says they be fixin' to fix the fixer! So fix them a quick death!
I think we should probably fix these guys' judgment. Oh, okay, so just a rogue faction of pirates. They probably mutinied. They're like, no, we want revenge. Like they're trying. Rivet's trying to tell me something. Fortunately, I'm very smooth-brained. I only know unga bunga strategies.
I should have known scuttling you fools would be too easy. Oh, it is a fool trying to fix the fixer.
Were you saying something, Pierre? I stopped listening.
Ooh,
Without my greatest... No.
harsh. But you know what? I'd probably do the same thing.
You'll never have to find out. That'll leave another cool.
Stop them from reaching the fixer, or our plundering be over.
You know, there's a whole ass galaxy you could go out there, right? You don't need to just focus on this one. Eh. Clank likes it. I'll get you Lombax and your sassy backpack. Alright. I need to hit up some nanotech real quick. Where is it at? Did I already break the crate? Probably did. Black Knight, you are not. Get back here, you son of a... Okay, that's everyone, right? Oh, no, we got one more. That is full.
Perhaps now Pierre will take the hint.
Speaking from experience.
No. We still got the big guy lobbing shots up there. He's a relatively safe position. Luckily, we got most of our health back, so probably got some time to just run around and get everything before we go and confront them. Ooh, I like the crosshair appears there. But you know that's where a bomb will appear. This is appropriately dramatic music for this encounter. At least it was while I was still fighting pirates. Now it's just... it still lets you know, hey, maybe we should get a move on. Pretty climactic part of this planet here. Oh man, you just got the occasional bit of currency just lying around. I can't leave it. What if that little bit comes in handy later? This is the difference between getting the next weapon and not getting the next weapon. I know I said that like hundreds of times already, but it's still relevant. Alright, looks like I got a... Oh, okay, this just brings us back. Okay, weird they would have a... Oh, okay, I'm guessing we were supposed to swing... This was here so you could swing up this way. Okay, okay. We take this hurl shot catapult over here. Not so we Roger. Okay. So it was Roger. Roger's revenge. And we'll take it down all the same. Now we got Buzzblades to help us along, and I forgot to bring out my Agents of Doom. Let's toss them out there. Hey, stay in one place so my agents can get a bite out of you. You know, as McGruff always says, take a bite out of crime, right? Shockwave Stomp would be more fearsome if I were, like, close enough to get hurt by it. A little R joke for you. Well, it looks like you are done.
What if the face quartz cannot be fixed?
You're gonna worry about that now, Clank?
There's no point in worrying about it now.
Yeah, the old saying goes, you'll cross the bridge when you come to it.
I am both frustrated and excited. Run, obstacles, and seeing all the others, we must stop them before they reach.
Oh, okay, Pierre was behind this. It was a fake retreat. He was trying to make us think he was surrendering so that we would be off our guard, so that he could come in, go suck us, and then shoot us up real good, but we got the better of him anyway because we got like a billion weapons. Hello. Alright, well, it's time to speed. Gas, gas, gas. Gotta step on the gas. What the world? I totally dashed into that thing. Come on.
Face quartz cannot be fixed.
We're in deep trouble. But there's no point in worrying about it now.
I am both frustrated and excited. Run, obstacles, and seeing all the others, we must stop them before they reach the fixer.
Alright. That was a lot better. Oh, wow, just an amoeboids area. Okay. Interesting. We'll play some asteroids monsters here. You know what? I'm pretty sure their musk fits right in with the rest of this planet if Rivet's comments are any indication. Is that it? Really? Put this over here as a little Easter egg area. Hey, couldn't fit the amoeboids anywhere else in the game, so we're just gonna have them appear out in the dimension portals. And here, for some reason. At the very least, I guess Rivet didn't say, well, that was a thing that happened. This game is pretty full of, well, that was a thing that happened moments. Alright. Time to fly once more. Oh, we're gonna launch ourselves right to the other hurl shot catapult. Like so. Oh, okay, this one just activates automatically. And the grind section. Gotta do some more dramatic grind switching set pieces. Dang it! I'm really not good at this timing thing. I've noticed that.
The face quartz cannot be fixed.
We're in deep trouble.
Wait, you can actually fail that? Is it because I wasn't holding it long enough?
Face quartz cannot be fixed.
We're in deep trouble. There's no point in worrying about it now.
Yeah, okay, I guess you just have to wait for the, you know, the trail to appear. Is that Rivet just yelling, wow? I mean, I would be yelling too if, you know, I was going that fast through the air. Across from really high up.
How exactly will we fix the fixer?
I guess we have to turn him on first.
Yeah, just find the on switch, right?
Was he turned off because he was broken?
Have you tried turning on and off the fixer again?
This must be the fixer's on switch.
Is it? Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. Just gotta run this emergency generator. We just filled it up with diesel. Oh my god, he has teeth.
Hello? Are you, okay?
No, I am broken, as is everything.
Oof. Ooh.
Nothing can be fixed.
What? No. Oh, the pirates are back. Oh, I was going full Cyclops on him.
Oh my.
Oh. So he's having an existential crisis. Is that why they turned off the fixer?
Taken care of.
Please focus on the grinding.
Oh yeah. Here's our set piece moment.
Down.
Jump ahead.
Jump, jump. Rail transfer, wall run. Sorry, that Mega Man 8 moment's just really stuck in my head.
Destruction is our natural state.
What is he, the
Wow.
fighter now?
No, he's just an internet commenter. Never.
Talking about me?
Because of your arm? Don't listen to him, Bolts. If you're broken, so am I. And I think we're pretty awesome.
Let's see. Well, Clank is broken literally. I'm guessing Rivet's probably more broken metaphorically.
Because I'm having a hard time thinking while running away from a giant homicidal robot.
I am working on it.
He's got a point. Also, yeah, thinking does take time.
Mine's collapsed. Great.
Oh, it's a bit of a self-own there.
I may have an idea.
I'm all ears.
She's got pretty big ears too, so. Oh, hey, look, we're grinding on the guy now.
Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall.
Oh, you know it's gonna fall. You know, it's really convenient that this architecture is laid out in a way that Rivet can just, like, kind of make her way through this whole place. Yeah, this is kind of like the Vullard's home. Oh, man. Gonna take a while to get this town back into tip-top shape. Ratchet, talk. Sorry, Clank. Speak to him, please. Say something.
I am fixed.
What are you doing?
Improvising.
Hey, it's what they were talking about at the start of the planet.
I may be different than I was, but you helped me realize I am still Clank.
And does that break him out of his trance?
I'm quite relieved.
That's good. Because seeing this robot like this rampage around would probably be,
Eyes to a great many broken things.
be pretty scary.
So very many.
And you became distressed.
He became rampant.
Fix another to see that all is not lost.
That he is still useful.
How can I ever repay you both?
Can you fix this?
Can he fix it? Just like that, he sends out his fixing beam. Hey, look at that. It repaired itself. That's all it took.
You just gave an old giant robot the gift of hope. It should be I who is thanking you.
I think the Vullards could, like, reverse engineer that fixing beam. Seems, mighty useful. And hey, we're back here.
The ship, shall we?
Yes. Oh, I hope Ratchet had an easier time building a new Dimensionator.
Oh, man.
So, are we gonna talk about you rescuing me back there?
I did?
You did.
Oh, yeah, I mean, she was about to
You're
get
now
crushed.
even in my dimension.
I thank you, Rivet.
Got the big guy back. What did he say? Actually, don't worry about it. I'll tell him.
I can see why you'd be intimidated, to be honest. Guy shoots I-beams, could probably crush you if you looked at him funny. And he did go on a rampage just a little bit there. Yeah, justifiably worry. Anyways, we're kind of done here.
Somehow, by achieving more, I have become busier. I did not expect this.
Ah, there it is. The competency zone problem rears its head once again. Talked about that last stream. Once you shown that you're able to do a thing, you will always be the person who will do that thing. And so your list of responsibilities expands. So sometimes the best way to get through a situation is maybe to not stand out so much. Rather unfortunate when you think about it, but that's how it be. Alright, we're going back. We're gonna go back to the entryway here. I think we actually covered all the side paths pretty definitively. Yeah, we got the spy bot, we got the gold bolts, and we got the armor part. Huh. Okay. Let's break these things for a little extra currency. A little pocket change. You know, I remember back when payphones were a thing, it'd always be like a common scene where, you know, you'd see like the kids maybe rooting through the change dispenser part of the payphones. I guess vending machines could be like that too, where, you know, just looking for a little extra money. And I was thinking, oh man, just like money, just like that. Didn't understand why my parents would discourage that, but that would be like the one rare moment where maybe they were justified in doing so, right? I'm guessing since the pirates are gone, we'll just see a lot of indigenous creatures now, right? Hey, Glove of Doom leveled up. Alright, let's move on to the next planet. Eh, we did everything here. Okay. Forge the Dimensionator. I got 3 gold bolts, 1 spy bot, 1 armor part. Forging the Dimensionator will require the use of the Emperor's Rubian Forge. Huh.
Hope Ratchet's staying out of trouble.
Yeah, you know that's not happening. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away. It is real convenient that they both got the same spaceship. If they need to like change up major plot details, they won't have to switch up like a lot of the
This is an ocean.
animations and stuff.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Just think, once we forge this thing and save the dimension, you'll have a whole universe to explore.
How are you not afraid of the future? With all of its unknowns.
I kind of had to fix time like a little while ago, so yeah.
You asked me on Savali if I wanted to find my family. For a long time, I did. I mean, I really did. But the closer I got to doing that, what if they're not what I expected? What if I'm not what they expected?
Like a reunion, huh?
Anyways.
Long lost relatives.
I think we're here.
All that. You know, they're really trying to add moments of levity here, but I'm not quite sure if they're kind of sticking the landing.
Kadaro Station houses the Emperor's most secret research, including the only Rubion forge strong enough to build the Dimensionator.
So it's our only shot. No?
Oh, it's a platform. I was wondering how we were gonna get there, and it turns out this is how we do it.
Our protein cube delivery has arrived.
No, that is the Lombax!
Very uncube shaped protein.
And engage the lockdown!
I was wondering why they weren't attacking us, and it turns out they just didn't realize who we were to start.
That better not be the only way into the station.
I got bad news for you, Ratchet. It probably is. This is like the requisite underwater level. We start at this above ground station, but we're gonna quickly transition to underwater as soon as we finish this set piece firefight. And I'm using this Void Repulsor as more of a shotgun weapon than I am as a blocking shield. Since most of the enemies here have like melee attacks and stuff. Some of them do shoot, but it's like... Oh, hey, there's our other enemy. Just ricochet you. Bow, 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 bow. Is that everyone?
We're not getting in the front door with this lockdown.
Can we look around? There must be another way in.
We can only hope. Hey there. Don't worry, it was nothing. That was probably just the wind, right? Oh wow, Zircon set up a vendor all the way out here. I guess even the Emperor needs even the Emperor needs their needs some armaments. I mean, hey, you don't want to give away that you're working for the other side, right? You gotta try to play it close as you can, right? Alright, what new weapon do you have in store for us? The Cold Snap. Brrr. Ooh, that was a better burr from Zircon. Ooh, I can afford it.
Go ahead, Shug. That is a great deal.
No doubt, but let's see the preview first. Ah, sorry, my AC might be running right now. Let me turn it off real quick. Nah, kid. Oh, world? That's not exactly how I was expecting it to operate. Oh, it's a freeze bomb, basically. Yeah. Not bad, though. The Warmonger.
Definitely want to come back for that.
You wouldn't happen to be a fan of rockets, would you? Oh man, this is like a Ratchet and Clank staple. You always gotta have the rocket launcher weapon. But that's not gonna be coming for a while. Guessing Bombardier is gonna be up next. First, Cold Snap. Alright, we got 21 rare titanium. Let's see what we can upgrade here. Ooh. An additional agent comes with each Doom Egg. Good way to futurize things, just smash words together. Make them all camel cased and stuff. Doom Egg.
Oh my stars! That is a good one!
Yeah, it is actually. See, agent speed. Okay, we're gonna leave the rest of it alone. Probably do some stuff with ooh, more bolts. Yeah, do that a little bit. Increases duration of freeze. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, enemies encased in ice take additional damage. We could do AoE at least. See what else we can upgrade here. This again, vaporize enemy projectiles. We haven't even leveled up the Void Repulsor yet. How much I'm not connecting with it. Oh, explosion rate is definitely get that. Oh, that's it. Okay, we'll save the 3 rare titanium for later. Ah, all our agents of doom died. Oop. That's okay.
That is Blizon, a common element for storing energy.
Oh.
But why does it look so purple?
Maybe it's related to all the dimensional chaos happening.
If that is the case, I believe hitting it will either shift us to another dimension or cause us to implode.
Ah.
Well, I guess this is gonna be it then. Roll credits, cause hey, if there's a risk of just instantly dying. No, I'm kidding. Clearly, this is just gonna.
Do you see a better option than hitting that Blizon?
Even Kit's just like, come on, look, we could possibly die here, but we're not gonna progress through the game unless you smack that thing. Let's smack that thing. Ah, here we go.
Blizon must have absorbed the excess energy released by the dimensional chaos. We have shifted into another dimension.
An abandoned dimension from the looks of it.
Wow. Yeah. So this is kind of like a reverse Blizzard Prime. We're starting here in kind of the intact dimension and kind of entering the ruined dimension where I guess it's Frostpunk must have happened here or something. Sheesh. Well, I do want to see how... Oh, hey. So we slide down these ramps now. Okay. This is going to become a gameplay feature, I'm sure of it. Right into the crates. Ah, that's satisfying. Don't want to go in there just yet. Let's get the stuff around here. Bit of an ammo refill would help too. Wait, why? Oh, Craggy Bear. Huh. Alright, to the elevator.
If it helps, Ratchet,
We're going down the hole.
I never met my family either. Unless you count the Emperor.
Mm.
In which case, you cannot do any worse.
Probably not. But even if the Lombaxes are the best family ever, they could still be disappointed in me.
How? You are a hero.
I've
Yeah, you
hated
saved-
a few bad guys, sure, but they invented so many brilliant things.
You sell yourself short.
My god, man. You saved the goddamn
Good life
universe
in my
like
Dimension Kit, and
a billion
I don't
times.
want to risk it.
Risk what? I guess blowing up the dimension?
Speaking of
Sure,
risk,
but
if Cordelion Station exists in this dimension, do you think the Rubion Forge does too?
Possibly. But with the state of everything here, who knows if it would work?
Maybe our best bet then is to find some more Blizon and head back to the other dimension.
Look at that space language. I'm sure it probably says something meaningful if you just like, you know, know which character represents what letter or something like that. Ooh, I wonder if we'll see those fish at some point. Now, this is starting to remind me of that segment from Uncharted 1. You know, you just encounter like an old abandoned facility and suddenly there's like zombies and stuff everywhere. Are we gonna start seeing zombie robots? Is that what we're gonna see here? Just see a zombie robot just show up. Gonna be like a jump scare. Very mild jump scare, of course, because, you know, it ain't that kind of game, but it'll shock you. Or, you know, maybe you have a fish just smack into the window. Oh! Oh, or a Meeboid, okay. So they've finally become relevant. Fascinating. What's in this room, I wonder? Is it something good? Looks like there is. Heh! Something to just blow the door off the hinges. And the gold bolt. Okay. Is that the only gold bolt in this planet? Nope, there's 3 of them. Okay, well, let's see what unlockable this gets us. Head size. Give your heroes a big head or a tiny one. Ah, this is a classic cheat. Big head mode. Look at that. Wow! That head is ginormous. And it still looks surprisingly detailed, right? Doesn't seem to be any compromise in quality to make it look bigger. That's, like, pretty cool. Okay. What does tiny head look like? Alright, this is like, you know, Lombax's reality version. This is like about the head-body proportion you would expect for this. I mean, definitely looks off, because, you know, we're used to regular Ratchet size head. Alright, gonna switch back to default. Too used to it. Moving on. Oh no!
Oh no.
They're coming at us! Jeez, they're everywhere!
Do not let them eat me.
I'm guessing Kit has had very bad experience with slimes.
Firing, or they will overwhelm us.
It's like the Flood. And I still remember Halo 1 when they first introduced it. It was a really good set piece moment too, because you're just seeing these weird new foe. It's like, oh boy, what could have caused all this? And then, you know, finally get to the point where you introduce them. Suddenly this giant red blob just appears on your motion tracker, and you're just like, oh no. And then you see it. You see a swarm of the flood just coming towards you. It's like, oh my god, what is that? You're just desperately fighting your way out of the facility. It's a great moment.
That's amoeboids multiply in all dimensions.
I can hear their stomachs rumbling.
You just split apart. Guessing Kit must have been swallowed by an amoeboid at some point. I forgot to check if I got like any upgrades for the buzz blades. Oh, out of ammo.
Can you imagine being consumed by those gelatinous lips?
I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have eaten you.
That is easy for you to say. You are not bite-sized.
You know, the way Kit is speaking of these amoeboids, I'm beginning to wonder if this is like a Skeletor situation.
Door's locked. Let's keep moving.
How do you even know if it's functional? Just because the console says is lit up. Whoa!
Sorry.
Guilty spark?
Thought you were someone else, but you're not.
Is he okay?
I'm Ratchet.
He's not okay. He's not okay. Yay.
No. And no. I'm looking for some Blizon.
Oh, I know just the place. But I lost my access arm in all of this water. Have to drain it, but how, Ratch? How?
Wow, you got me a nickname already.
Handle it.
It's gonna be like a Sunset Overdrive situation. Can I bounce off of these? Oh, I can.
They would likely keep the pump controls somewhere high.
Hey, Ratcho, you did not ask for it, but my name is Junkbot. In case
Oh.
you are interested. I know I am.
Pleasure to meet you,
So
Junkbot.
that's just not.
This is Kit.
Hello.
Why do you two need that Blizon?
We're trying to get into another dimension to use their Rubion forge.
We have one here. Too bad it has not worked in forever. It could make the funnest squares.
Huh, squares, huh? Oh man. Can I want to make my way back. I think I see a path with which I can access that rare titanium. I wonder if this is more of a case of you can't quite access that until you drain this room. Yeah, those boxes don't blow up. Alright. Just move onwards for now. Sure, a path will turn up at some point. Time for the Waternator to drain the room.
There are no pump controls down here.
Poor fish. They were once at the top of the world and suddenly they found themselves completely at the bottom of it. Well, that's rather awkward. Little watery effect, but it looks out of place. I wonder if it's because graphics are like set to low that it looks like that. Oh, here we go. That'll do it. That's how you get up here, actually. Oh. Alrighty then.
So, is that access arm like some kind of key?
By key, you mean a way to easily and safely press buttons? Then yes.
Wait, safely press buttons?
Oh, there is an elevator that will take us to one of those delightfully glowy crystals right up ahead.
That's so. Or something going to happen here. Is the fish just gonna like suddenly burst? Oh. Oh, there we go, our actual horror foe. Jump scare.
What is that?
That is Juice, my best friend. He's tries to kill me sometimes, but he is a great listener.
He tries to kill you?
If you become friends too, you can call him Juicy, or Juicini, or JC. Oh, that is a swell nickname.
Okay, so this now basically turned into alien isolation. Got it. I'm guessing we'll have to fight Juicer at some point. Yeah, that's a figure. Okay, so this is very much jump scare world. Got it. At least a bit more of a horror tinge to it. Hey, there's stuff down here. I see you. I see you there, trying to just to sit out of the way. I'm gonna get every last one of you. Oh, that's a different bounce. You know, that's convenient. Like how the dimensional portals are just exploding open.
Bam! Now let me just press the button with the old access arm.
Is Juice gonna come out and grab him?
No, my access arm, it no longer works.
Or there's that.
It is just an arm now.
Oh no.
Madness is... Oh, wait, power is out. We just need to find a way to turn it back on.
Guessing
Leave it
this
to us, Junkbot.
panel is operated by auxiliary power.
Is it spooky in here or what? Woo!
I mean, Juice has kind of
Junkbot?
proven that, yes.
A bit eccentric, but I think so.
Yeah, if Junkbot wanted to feed us to Juice, probably would have done so earlier, right?
We usually keep our power terminals up high for security and exercise.
And to make sure that you don't blow through this. Run, run! No, I'm not gonna run. Eat this, Sinistar, I mean, Amoeboids.
Please don't multiply. No.
I mean, come on. You fought, like, these folks before, you know what's gonna happen, Ratchet. This isn't a surprise. Alright, I guess we just continue our climb up, huh? Just get a refill on ammo. Way up.
The big one! The big one!
Oh, that one. Talking about this one. Hee. Took them right off the edge and they jumped right back up. Oh, they got me. I guess that's the first time, actually. Oh man, there's so many orbs down there. See, I'm already calling them orbs, even though, you know, technically they're just bolts, because that's what they are. Alright. A pretty straightforward climb. We're gonna face more Amoeboids here. Yes, we are. Turns out I've heard about the rule of 4. Wait a minute. That was a pretty short fight. Come on, that arena down there has got to be good for something. We're gonna face off against a big fella, right?
You might want to get in this elevator soon, or now.
Oh, because the water level's rising? Wait. Ooh, almost missed a Meritanium. Aw, how could I have done that? Okay. Alright, yep, we're good now. Oh man, I missed some back here. Can I go back real quick? I'll be right back. If they haven't closed off our path here, then it'll be just a moment. We interrupt your regularly scheduled stream for a little backtracking, because I can't bear to see a collectible go uncollected. Oh, okay. I thought that door was just closed for good. Keep on moving. Keep on keeping on. Oh wait, did I just like not go this way at all? I must have missed it. Or no, this is like, yeah, that's the part where the doors blew out. So yeah, I just did not explore this room in full, I think.
Do you think they were researching plants here?
Maybe. Or something broke out of its container.
Maybe I was always meant to go this way first. Alright, no, that's the elevator. Where is it? Where is the raritanium? There you are! Couldn't hide from me. 1 raritanium. Look, it's gonna be totally worth it. That upgrade we get from that raritanium is going to make all the difference in the next firefight. I assure you.
Why have an aquarium when you can look out the window?
Nothing makes sense down here.
Maybe you want to keep other types of fish around, right? Like if someone maybe just wants to see freshwater fish, then they definitely want to, you know, put out that kind of fish here. Right? Because definitely you're not going to be able to look at freshwater fish that are in the ocean, because they wouldn't be in the ocean. That's just how it is. Alright, going in. What's going to happen? Oh, there we go. Jump scare, but it's okay. Behind a very thick window.
So playful before.
That's playful?
Usually he just moseys around the station doing his own thing, but he seems to be actively chasing you.
I think Juice is
I am jealous.
coping right now. It's a defensive mechanism.
There it is, my favorite blazon in all of the station. I love the way it sparkles after you stare at it for 6 hours.
I guess this is goodbye then. Thanks for all your help, Junkbot.
My pleasure, Ratchet Kitty.
Alright, kitty. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna be returning to this dimension at some point, right? Like, put that bleeze on there, gotta return to this dimension, maybe at a different spot. Hey, look at that. Currency. Definitely worth making this trip again. I do like the way they place those boxes. It's like if you missed them on the first time around, it's like, hey, here's one more shot at getting them if you feel like doing a little backtracking. Alright. I imagine we hit this Blizon, we're gonna find ourselves in the middle of like a facility with a bunch of nefarious troops and we're gonna have to fight our way out, so let's do it.
Where did you come from?
Another dimension?
Yeah, very funny. Tell George he better watch his back tomorrow.
The ruby on
Wow.
the board should be just ahead.
Very threatening. I wonder if Juice is just gonna somehow make their way to this dimension, right? They find out, oh wait, if I smack this Blizon, I can actually jump dimensions and look at all this fresh meat. Okay. Huh. Pretty small area. I wonder if we'll just have a fetch quest here or something.
What are
Hey, look.
you doing here?
Junkbot of this world.
That's actually a funny story.
Was I talking to you?
Oh.
Or talking to me.
We are under lockdown. How did you and your steed get in here?
Steed. Oof.
I am inspecting your facility
Aha!
and how white it is. And orange.
It's called improvisation.
I am an interior decorator. First class. And the Emperor wanted this redecoration.
She
to
said
be a
she said the
surprise
trigger
for
word.
your team. But now, you ruined it.
I would never do that to the Emperor.
Oh,
Please
no.
come in and consider my memory banks deleted.
Nice save, Decorator Kit. What do we do now?
Conversing with the researchers could help decrease suspicion. Or we can head straight to the Forge's controls and make the Dimensionator.
Looks like the Forge's controls are right up on that platform.
So is that like really a mechanic if we like speak to the folks here? Will that help us in the next room, next area? Can we even speak to them? Does not seem like a thing that we can do. Oh man. Oh, they are robots, I guess. Concept of breaks is different for them, maybe a little bit. Wait, we're talking about sharks? Sharks with frickin' laser beams on their heads? Ooh. Does not compute, literally. Wow, what a great way of saying thanks, am I right? Wait, got some what delivered? Good, just making sure. Yeah, I have. Once you pop, the fun don't stop.
Ratchet, I think we can head to the forge now and not draw attention. The control panel is right above that bouncing apparatus.
Got it.
Is that really that easy? Just now we're not gonna face minimal resistance. Alright, well, since Kit says it's cool, let's do it. Sure, don't mind the furry guy just breaking all your boxes and stuff. Just play with the forge here. Just smack or let Kit do the work. I guess she knows this place better than we do.
Schematics uploaded.
What do we got?
Like how that button's shaped like a skull and crossbones.
I see.
He has no idea what he's doing.
Come on.
It's called improvisation, Kit. This forge basically just like a giant 3D printer.
Just running a stress test. Let me see. Yes, everything is breaking correctly.
Yep.
Let's get out of here before.
The slow-mo shot. There's your money shot right there. Well, so much for not drawing suspicion, am I right? Very subtle threat there.
Why did the forge not work?
I guess it wasn't fully powered? That other button didn't look right.
Had a skull and crossbones.
Not winging this.
I'm not. I'm intuiting it. Security's everywhere. We gotta get
It's
out
called
of here.
improvisation, Kit.
We'll figure something out.
So they are going to revisit the other dimension because that has a still working forge, probably. To think if Ratchet just pressed that other button, things would be very different. Maybe in another universe, am I right? Well, definitely not the one they visited, because that one like just got frozen over. Oh, try to sneak up on me. Haha, nice try though.
There's nothing in this room. Gotta keep moving.
Hey, this is a pretty good way, pretty good line that fits in. Also, let you know, hey, you kind of killed all the enemies here. Oh man. Could have just done a license check and they could have prevented all this. It's a really large mug. Ooh. His voice cracked a little bit there. Oh, can't smack him. The sky is falling! The sky is falling! Is this amoeboid container gonna break? And when you're dead, I will be still alive. I could say the same for you, my good friend.
That won't be the last of them. We need to find a way to escape.
I hope you get dental.
We use Blizon.
Good call. Monster Dimension sounds pretty good right about now.
But you can manage these foes, Ratchet. Haven't used this cold snap at all. Well, I fix that.
That's our way out.
I see the intruders! It's going to love this!
Yeah, this thing just have like a cooldown or something. I'm definitely selecting it, but there we go. Wonder if that's just like a bug or something. Yeah, at least they're aware of it. Oh. It's a valiant effort, but I blocked your stuff, broke all your crap. Alright, I guess the next task is to get this container opened. See, this bolt crank will... okay. Why would they put a bolt crank in this facility? They just have, like, robots with wrench arms. Oh. Just opens a hole, huh? Okay. I could just run up there and smack the Blizon, but... these weapons need experience and they're not gonna level up by just sitting around, you know? You know?
That has to be the last of them.
So it is the last of them. Alright. Once I get the rest of this currency here. Going to smack that Blizon. Get the heck out of here. We're gonna find ourselves face to face with Juice.
What do we do now? That was the only ruby on Forge that could make the Dimensionator.
In
There's
that
still
dimension.
one in this dimension, though. Maybe we can get it working again.
And if that won't work, well, there's might be another dimension out there. Just gotta refactor the Blizon or something. But first, this pocket dimension here. Which is some mechanics that we're gonna deal with. Might be the bottomless pit. I guess. I have to shoot him. Guessing that's what I'm gonna have to do. Shoot him as I make my way across. Yep. Hopefully they don't have a time limit for staying open. Oh man, how did I screw that up? That's like the easiest jump in the world to make, and I somehow just completely botched it. Ouch. At least they filled my, my ammo. There we go. Much better. Oh man, I gotta... Alright, we're gonna pre-shoot some of these. Hopefully we can do that. Yes, we can! Oop. Wrong one. But shooting down here. My depth perception sucks. You know, from this dimension, it kind of looks like the rafts are cel-shaded. Of course, that's just the way the lighting is, but the way they're textured and everything really makes them look super cel-shaded. So my... Okay, I thought my jet boots were not working. Oh. Thankfully, that was a mercifully short section. Interesting sort of mechanic, though.
Well, look at that.
Definitely much better suited for an optional area, though. Would be annoying if you had to do it in the main game.
All there is to find here. Except
Just come back out the way you came in. Easy. Alright, am I missing anything here? No. No, we're not. Move on. Let's continue our trek through Horrorland.
Junkbot, what would it take to get your Rubion Forge working again?
Well, there is the power issue, and with the power gone, some kind of nasty virus has infected the system. Nothing will work until it is cleared.
I think I have just the friend who can help with that.
Oh, another glitch segment. Yeah, it's been a while since we used glitch, I guess. Around time we brought him out again. Man, I was hoping for like a more straightforward puzzle-like section, like some of the old hacker moments were, but yeah, I guess different style of third-person shooting is fits, at least with the context of this game. All right, let's get up here. Oh, I was expecting that stringy purple stuff to be around it, but oh, maybe it's not here. Maybe this one wants to go through here. Okay, maybe not. There's no portal. Oh, okay. Here it is. Our stringy purple stuff.
All yours, Glitch.
Remember, don't get it on your finger.
Time! Wait, this dimension has viruses too?
Say that like since viruses are a concept unique to just one universe.
Upgrade!
Oh snap!
They're flying now too? So what? They all get deleted the same way.
So as you upgrade your arsenal, so do the viruses.
If you delete a virus, you can absorb the power they stole and use it to power the nuke pulse.
Oh wait, it's an alt. This is what this basically is. It's an alt. Press A to fire like that. Wait, did I mess that up? Was I supposed to be hitting somewhere else? Maybe I was supposed to be hitting it at like the pulse spot, like here. Oh, okay, no, I'm supposed to go over these lit spots. And pew pew. Okay. That's one down. We're at 64 health. A health pack I can reach, perhaps. What's that? Ah, good. Health pack. I was expecting something more substantial to the pulse, but yeah, this is fine. Just a little, but hey, it's doing wonders for this system.
Hijacked the computer's firewall. Okay.
Oh man, not the firewall.
Get through if I knock out the pods.
Ooh, wait, electro gun upgrade. Go by.
This is a bug
Gotta go get flipped turned upside down. There's more pods I need to reach. Oh, let's destroy the ones that are vulnerable. Okay. Where's your switch? Here, huh?
Yes! The computer is starting to come back online!
One to go.
That firewall should be totally clear now!
It's nice to add an icon out in the distance just to let you know where you need to go.
You are mine!
You're going down just like the rest of them, buddy. Huh.
Too scared, the big bad glitch now?
That was more anticlimactic than I thought it would be.
I got the...
Hey, yo. Hold on. Objective, survive. Quick, Ratchet, jack me out. Oh, surprise virus nests. Where are they coming from? Do I have to, like, backtrack now? Yeah, I'm guessing I do. Do I? Ah, nope, there's a wall there. Oh, wait. There's one. Man, this music got all weird real quick. Oh, hey, here's the other one. Okay, is that all of them now?
We'll see you again soon, Glitch.
Master Virus.
Continues to hold.
So I'm guessing we'll have one more segment, huh? Because we got to fight the Master Virus.
Virus? Someone has to stop them before they evolve even more! But that's not a problem here. The Rubion Forge has a clean bill of health now, so you can take over, Ratchet!
Let's go. My job here is done. And you actually did something.
I knew you could do it, Glitch. Thank you.
Great work, Ratchet. You are all clear to power up the forge.
How do we do that?
By finding the power source.
Great.
Last I saw it was down the stairs and past the pressure door, but FYI, it is a skosh spooky down there.
Skosh. You know, I haven't heard the word skosh until, like, maybe a year or two back. Not sure if that's, like, an actual term or if that's just, like, you know, it's kind of a shorthand that was that came into prominence recently. A pressure plate?
A lot of door.
At least it will be. Hey, here's where your titanium I apparently missed. Going back. We have to go back. It's all the way up there. You almost got me. Okay, that's all of them now. So I guess we gotta smack the Blizon to make our way back? Or maybe that'll become relevant later. Maybe it'll be like Juice chasing us. That is a lot of doors. What are they hiding else? What else are they hiding behind here? It's all gonna come closing down as we step through. So you'll have to find another way back, Ratchet. Hope you're ready.
This must be where they generate the forge's power. But there is nothing here. Is Junkbot messing with us?
I don't know, but if the power source really is missing, we could grab the one in the other dimension.
The one with an entire station looking for us?
Until we have a better solution. Now, let's find us some Blizon.
It's called improvisation. Also, that dead nefarious trooper there is really not... they're not looking good. We're gonna find ourselves on a Juice chase very soon, I have to imagine. I wonder if it'd be like a Crash-style chase where we gotta run away from it as it's running towards us. Any moment now. Can flip that camera around and we're gonna start fleeing. That's definitely not ominous at all. Watch it just be like a wavy tube alien. It's probably just a wavy tube alien, Ratchet, don't worry. Anyone remember Metal Gear Solid 2? Remember when they did that trick too on the tanker? You know, you see like a giant shadow of like I think it was Revolver Ocelot. You go sneak around the desk and you see, oh wait, it's just a Revolver Ocelot figure, and there's a light shining off of it to make it look bigger. The shadow look bigger. That was a pretty fun gag. Very fun gag. Oh, that's definitely juice. Alright, well, we're gonna sneak on by. Just pretend we don't see anything, but ah, man, those crates though. Like they're trying to tempt us, but we know what not to do here. Oh,
It's juice. We need to distract him. Is there? Oh gosh, is there anything we can use nearby? It's full of Slurpee on jelly. Juice must be hungry. But now is our chance to escape.
so that's this segment. I'm guessing we're to find ourselves in more complicated situations where we gotta flee juice.
For some reason, the dimension where the whole station's searching for us keeps looking better and better.
Oh, now you say it.
What's that sound?
Just keep moving. Ratchet, I do not see Blizon anywhere. The only place left to look is through the next blast door. But it seems very locked.
What if we follow those cables above us? Maybe we can power down the locks.
I think you are right. This
Power down the emergency power that just happens to be running. Yeah, this will definitely be a juice evasion section later. Watch, the camera's gonna flip around. Maybe juice will be on the other side. Nope, they're not.
Huh. This lock is controlled by a bolt crank. Guess they didn't get around to upgrading this room.
He has not spotted us. Yet.
Stealth. Don't mind that, that's just a rat. Get close enough to that warp hole. Why is it not why is it not activating? Fine. Oh, I guess they saw us, huh? Ha! Valiant effort. But we have succeeded in our task. Guess we just make our way back now? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this door stays open. Real convenient. We close it? Just like that. And we're out. Oh good, no Ratanium in there. I'm guessing Juice is gonna bust it through here at any moment. Ah, yep, there they are.
There are vents everywhere.
Just like Alien. Huh. Oh, okay. So we gotta take care of the other side too. I see those cables up there. Can we trigger it? Hey, look, it's Juice. Go get the juice. Or don't. That's fine. Maybe they want us to be chased. Real convenient of you to come this way. Why can't you go in the other direction? Oh, yeah, like that. See? Learning. And we'll slide on under, like that. Hee hee. Oh, that's a window. Okay. Nice of them to have all these ammo crates over here. Just let's get a refill on all our weapons when we inevitably get into another firefight. Oh, so this is just a facility. What?
Huh?
You're not talking about us, are— oh. That biohazard. Okay. Yes, again. Now we know what, we'll take care of them all the same. Aw, man, I wanted to do Pixelizer. Well, it's an interesting... Oh, she's scratching on the window. Yeah, that's fine. Could be worse. Okay. Good.
Oh, that computer just turned on. Can we take a look?
Of course you can. What else are we gonna do here?
Research log. Let us watch.
Really? Got a goddamn juice coming after us, and you're like, yeah, well, let's watch a movie. Alright, fine. Yep, that's juice, alright. Is it gonna break through the window? Is that what's gonna happen? Oh, okay, the facility was capturing them.
And I think he was talking about juice.
Ah.
Let's get out of here!
Awfully convenient.
The door's not opening!
The window! Try the window!
Yeah, break through the window. I wasn't even shooting, Kit. I don't know where you got that from. I already...
Almost there.
I kind of figured that, you know, it was ineffective. There we go. This is our Crash Bandicoot moment right here. Or not.
If I were Blizon, where would I be?
Objectives return to the other dimension. I mean, we did have that, like, cage Blizon before. But, you know, it was behind a container, so I guess we couldn't get to it. Oh! That's not a good sound. Ooh, okay.
Ratchet, are you okay?
Whoa, an underwater segment.
Luckily, my O2 filtrator still works. Hadn't tested it in years.
Ha ha. O2 mask. Yeah, it's a good thing we don't have to worry about an oxygen meter or anything. And he's got mag boots too. Can we walk on the... Okay, so we can't walk on every surface. Yeah, this is fine. Guessing jet boots are also out of the question now. So sprinting for that matter. Ooh yeah, we're going outside, baby. The trench, 300 meters.
Ratchet,
I'm assuming that's deep.
I have been thinking about what you said earlier about the Lombaxes and risking a good life. I had a good life on Savali. It was peaceful, quiet, even joyful. So when you asked to become partners, I did not want to risk things either. But I am glad I did.
Thanks, kid. That means a lot. But I'm just not sure it's...
It is okay. Now I can be the one who believes in you.
Aww. We're gonna have to fight some fish. Gonna have to fight some fish eventually. Maybe there's something hidden here. That progression. I go back. And I take the other path. Oh, enemies. Indigenous creatures. Wait, I saw you on Torren as well. Huh. Guess this is a special underwater variant. Alright, maybe we should mark this for Ratanium. Oh, there you are. Alright. Okay, so that was the optional path. Should have trusted my instinct. Yeah, the sleeping between mag surfaces mechanic was something they introduced into the Nexus, but I think it was only used like twice there. Once in tutorial and like once in another fight. Really didn't see much use beyond there. And it's a real good question. Actually, there's 25 of them. The counter says there's 25 of them. We're up to 12 already. Halfway through, almost half of the gold bolts have been collected. Ooh. Wrench skins. We can switch to goon sword, goon hammer, pirate sword, or fish, or a key. Just a key, right? Don't say anything else about it. I guess you could call it like a key wrench, right? Maybe it's like the key that like helps you know, fix the world hearts, dimension hearts, or something like that. Probably make a whole kingdom out of these keys and hearts, right? Oh, there was another way out of here. Yeah, go this way. Yeah, nice of them. We can get the drop on these folks too. Boing, 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 boing. I think about it, since this place is like frozen over, that means this water here has to be like massively cold, right? Just have to assume that Ratchet's got like an insane temperature regulator hidden in his suit. Which way is progression? Guessing the door is progression. How do we get over there, I wonder? Is there a way to get over there? Has to be. I heard the sound for a minute. Oh. Alright, we might be doing a little exploring here, just real quick.
Up ahead, an airlock.
Wrong direction, Kit, but appreciate your call out. Like how Ratchet's using mag boots here. Like some implication that if he didn't, he would just go floating off into the water to the vast depths. Ah, man, I thought I was gonna get some extra reach, but I guess not. Are we able to reach over there, or is this just... Oh, wow. I'm hearing that little beep that says we're good to go. Ah, come on. Wait, I saw it, 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 I saw it. There we go, boom! Really turned into a pixel hunt. Alright, cool. I can see if we can find a way back. Hopefully I didn't mess myself up here. There we go, just point the camera just like that. Man, a little awkward, but glad I figured that out. Anyway, there ends your underwater segment. Hey, how convenient, just... Oh, well, time to go. You're just like, no, hit that Blizon and hit it quick. Whatever you see on the other side can't possibly be as bad as what you might see over here right now. Wow. Weird place to set up a shop, but you know what?
I got a special discount at 100 fathoms.
Ms. Zircon, what are you doing?
Even they're surprised.
Zircon Jr. wants to study existential economics at Bogon University. Then by goodness, I will make sure we can afford it.
Hey, you know what? Credit where credit's due, I guess. Yes, I think I will. Allowance an additional time. Let's do it.
That is a popular one.
Hope so. This just increases max ammo, so upgrade that as well. I'm gonna use my glove of doom more. Rate of fire. Yeah, let's do that.
Wait to see where this goes.
Guess we'll just get the ammo tiles up here. Let's see. What else can we upgrade? Oh, the void repulsor. Blocking shots with the shield uses less ammo. Yeah, well, that.
That is a mighty fine upgrade you got there.
Let's see. Everything else. Save for now, because we do have 2 more weapons coming down the line.
Shopping, cutie pie.
You're welcome. Now, what if I did this? Is Juice still there? Yep, he is. I was just wondering.
There is an increased magnetic field here. The power source must be nearby.
Alright, sure. We'll go with that. That's a very whimsical track that they have going on here. Ooh, look at that. Ammo. And health. And currency. There's stuff over here, too. Lasers for days. Man, those agents got some bite on them. More folks coming, though. Ain't no rest for the wicked. That is still the ricochet. The heck? I wanted the pixelizer. There we go. It's kind of impressive. Pretty impressive tech in itself, being able to 2D-anize enemies just like right out the gate and, you know, convert them in a way that makes them still look like the enemy you're fighting. None of these weapons are very safe. I hate to break it to you.
The power source is juice?
Hey, yo!
We should free him. Look at what they put him through.
No wonder he's so angry.
Ratchet, if we do not give him a chance, who will?
Yeah, well, you're right.
Moral
Just have to
quandary.
find another power source. If we survive that long.
You probably just shove some bleeds on in there. That'll work, right? Thankfully, they didn't choose this moment to act like a sociopath. Nope. Gonna do the hero thing. Gonna free that creature. Hey, wait, was that a damage number? Why? Can I destroy you? Pretty fun damage test, though. Eh. Interesting. Did we get all the supplies here? All the resources we can? I think we did. Wait, no, we didn't. Pace, look around. $69 orbs will be worth it. Alright, let's get Juice free. This will be great. After being a thorn in our side in the other dimension. Make him... Maybe he'll fight for us. Oh, that's a laser. Oh, no, that's not a laser.
Is that a happy hiss or an angry hiss?
Yes. Yes, it is. Let's see him get blown up.
He's helping us?
Of course he is.
Man, that's a relief. We've got income. Jelly juice. You can't even understand me. Finally bringing in the big guns, huh?
Elite security detail.
A lot of big guns.
Oh, yeah. That is a lot of guns. Gotta face off against 3 of them? One down. Ooh. And this is a pretty old hat by now. Know how to handle these folks, right? Already, level 3 buzz blades. This is how much I like automatic weapons. Man, Juice is really going to town on him.
Hey, Juice! You wouldn't happen to know another way to power up the Rubion Forge, would ya?
Does he want us to follow him?
Gonna drop a spine for us, maybe? Or backup battery? Oh man, I missed that funny dialogue. I'll catch it on the VOD.
The glee's on. He wants to come with us.
Any place is better than here, right? Maybe he can help us power the forge after all.
Ooh, maybe they'll try to reason with the other Juice. They're like, hey, they helped me out, so you should probably listen to them.
With us, Juice?
Come on. The Rubion Forge is upstairs.
Maybe we should start calling him a different name, because, you know, it's a different fella. Call him Juice 2.
It is me, good old JB.
Don't worry, we got Juice Prime over here. They're talking to each other down. I think. Is that... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, they just wanted to be together, right? Look at that. They met their own kind. Yep, they helped me out. And now they need power, so why don't we help them out? Just for a moment. Hey, look at that, right? We scratched their back, and now they scratch ours. Oh, now you know what to do.
Schematics uploaded.
Press the skull button, Ratchet. Yeah, that's right. You know, it's not every day you get the second chance like this. Even after a catastrophic failure. I mean, you see the Dimensionator there, right? That is definitely a Dimensionator frame.
Did it, kid! You are a good partner.
Fist bump. Oh, look at that. They're all happy now.
Just need to get back to our ship now.
Oh, this elevator can take you right back to the surface, no problem. Come back soon, Ratchet and Kit.
Thanks.
Oh,
And
convenient.
will do. Junkie.
Aw, nickname. That's how you know they're buddy-buddy now.
Clank. Rivet. We built the Dimensionator.
No way! Wait, we?
I knew you could do it.
We?
We've obtained the face quartz as well.
Yeah, meet us at Zerky so we can build this thing.
I guess even Rivet picked up on it.
Oh. How do I meet someone?
What are you talking about? You met me, and that went great.
I fell off the archives in front of you and screamed a lot.
True.
I
I don't know.
mean,
Just be friendly and open. And
sometimes
you know,
meetings are awkward, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that'll probably be a funny moment later, I'm sure. Alright. We're going back, baby. Just like that, back in the Prime facility. Now what? Just smack this? No. Oh, okay. Take this platform. I'll take us back. All the way back to the ship. Ooh, interesting. Said I am curious about that other platform out in the distance with the Blizon. I have to assume like a gold bolt. Or a gold bolt out there. Yep, that is definitely a gold bolt. Alright, before we go back for real. I'm guessing if we were to go over there, it would have to be on the main facility. Okay, you know what? I think I figured this out. This should be doable now. I think I got it in my head. We go over here. Smack the Blizon in the facility, and we slide our way back down, and then we'll use the warp hole to make our way to the other thing. Man, this ammo is still here, sitting, waiting to be collected, and finally its patience was rewarded. I love a happy ending, am I right? That nanotech, too. You know, do they even call it nanotech? I think they just call it health now. I mean, it says health collected, because that's what it basically is. But, you know, it's made of nanotech. But, real quick... Yep, see it out there. Or portal. I just start hovering my way out there. Hope that portal turns yellow like that. And smack, smack. Wow, got an achievement for hitting every Blizon crystal on Blizar and this place. Guessing that shield will go down, and then we can take a platform back to the mainland, right? Or not? Okay. And I think I know the other way back. We'll just have to stare at this portal up here. Or not. Okay, maybe if we go over here. Get us a better vantage point. Yep. Just like that. I had assumed this was like doable even before we went down below. It's just that I didn't see it till now. Wonder what new modifier, new option this has unlocked for us. Hammer swap pack. Okay, so a shame she just gets the same stuff. Well, I mean, apart from the wrench, I imagine. And you know what? You get the swordfish, even though you haven't visited an aquatic facility. Right, so I guess the two will now convene at the Battleplex. Zerkies.
Guess it's time to fix the dimensions.
Lombaxes combined the phase quartz with the newly built Dimensionator to save the Omniverse.
Hope everything's good on Rivet's end.
But it can't be that easy. Is Ratchet gonna get shot down? Rivet's gonna make it there first, and she's gonna wait a bit, and we're like, hey, why don't you go do a tournament or two while you're waiting?
Hi, Ratchet. I'm Rivet. Nice to meet you.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Just thinking about building the Dimensionator and saving the universes.
Are you nervous about meeting Ratchet?
What?
He is friendly, I promise. And once we build the Dimensionator, will help us find Dr. Nefarious.
/ Emperor Nefarious.
Right. Guess our adventure's coming to an end, Bolts. You two and Dr. Nefarious will be back in your own dimension in no time.
You sound disappointed.
Thought you could hide from me, did ya?
I mean, you didn't catch it the first go around, so it kinda did. There we go. Holding back. Wait, what option has this unlocked for us? Oh. Home run hitter. Knock enemies out of the park when you defeat them with your melee weapon. Oh, really? They go flying. Gonna yeet them. Yeet mode activated. And photo mode pack 2. Apparently I missed that. Wait, so that should be like 14, 15 gold bolts now, right? Okay. Hey. Rotanium I somehow missed over there. Ah, yep, I see it. Just around the corner. Orbit. Alright, you gotta have a new weapon for us.
Warmongers are ready for purchase. Oh,
Really? Not the Bombardier? Huh. Dang, not enough bolts. Well, let's see the preview. This is another returning weapon. Wow, what a concept. It's another rocket. You know what, as far as weapon descriptions go, they did a pretty good job of making the funny out of a weapon whose entire purpose is shoot rockets. It's pretty good. Hey, hey. Watch where you're going. At least say excuse me. Sheesh. Oh, they were going behind me, but still. Not notice the player camera. And we'll save the Raritanium for now. Hey, what? Was that Agent of Doom ammo just waiting the whole time there for me? Oh, shouldn't have. Alright. No weapon. Hey, wow. How did they get here first? Must have known a shortcut.
What's it? Hey.
Finally, face to face, Ratchet and Rivet, and Clank and Kit.
I have Clank.
Your arm.
Oh, pal.
I am fine, Ratchet. In fact, I am beginning to like my new look.
For the record, I found him like this.
Come on, I knew you wouldn't hurt Clank. Pretty sure you're me, after all.
Wait,
Hey, you Ratchet.
What makes you so sure you're not me?
Hey, you Rivet.
I mean, come on,
And we have Kit.
Got nothing.
Yeah, I got nothing. Oh, sorry. Rivet, this is...
Kit, I have been looking forward to meeting you.
Me too.
These two have not met yet.
I suppose.
Alright,
it's
now,
time to
each of
fix
you,
this
now
mess.
let's play 2 truths and a lie. You got your phase quartz in my Dimensionator. You got your Dimensionator in my phase quartz.
Do you want to,
Come along with us? Yeah, of course. Hey, yo! Wait, were they set up? What in the world happened?
Thank you.
Dr. Nefarious.
Does this dimension love me or what?
You know, Ratchet, you do have like a billion weapons, and so does Rivet right there.
how many times you beat this guy?
Clearly not enough.
Can I
Now you
tell?
choose to get held up.
Be my guest.
Be my guest, be my guest, you're a cut above the rest. You really thought it was gonna be that easy? We're gonna have ourselves a nefarious battle. Yeah, let's do it! There's one thing I always like in Ratchet and Clank series, it's a fight with Dr. Nefarious. Emperor Nefarious.
Ready, kids? Ready.
Another Lombax? Ah, good thing I don't lose in this dimension.
We'll see about that.
I wonder if there's gonna be a case where, like, Rivet and Ratchet tag team. Okay, I gotta remember I can do that phase shift thing. Seems like it'll be much more important. Out of ammo. Alright, we'll switch. Ah, Missile Swarm. That's a classic attack.
You think you're so tough? Let's turn up the heat.
Oh no. Dragged into another arena for a battle, huh? Ooh, hey, I know this place. Hey, how do I... Oh, there we go. Hey, yo.
This is not looking good. I've got it covered. I'm totally fine.
Hey, why'd the music stop? Come on, this is a big moment. Don't let the music stop. The music stepped up, so this is probably like the proper arena, huh? Real good time for that slowdown. Nice dramatic effect of Nefarious getting electrocuted there. Oh. Whoops.
What did you do with the Emperor?
Got too close to that crate. Oh, that's how that works, huh? I really need to dodge that blade. Oh, this is kind of cool, just tossing around explosive crates. You know, like one of the really old Insomniac museums, it had like a preview of an enemy that was supposed to like be able to throw crates at you. They had to scrap that enemy because I think it was like maybe a bit too complicated for what they wanted to do. I guess they managed to bring that mechanic back for this boss fight. This is like appropriately climactic. Just dimension hopping through multiple planets. Oh man. Sargasso. Yep.
This is where I'm from. Funny story. Wait. You should focus.
Now you're just chatting.
Yeah, you know, just another day on the job. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that Nefarious is a threat. It's like one of the things I like about him, right? It's like cutscenes, he's this absolute bumbling fool, but you know, when it comes down to it and the guy's gotta like fight, it kind of shows why, you know, he's actually a threat to be handled with. Maybe he doesn't have the smarts, but he does have the prowess, the combat prowess and the tech to be an actual fight. I think it also helps, you know, his introduction, Ratchet and Clank, Up Your Arsenal. He came after like 2 fights that were contested for different reasons, right? Ratchet and Clank won at Chairman Drek, which everyone said was like really, really tough, like maybe even more so than it should be. And then Going Commando had the giant proto-pet which is like way in the opposite direction, just absolute pushover. And then comes Nefarious. Here comes Nefarious and up your arsenal, which manages to kind of hit that sweet spot between the two. Just challenging enough, but not overly so. Also, an appropriately climactic fight, right? This is a guy who's kind of during for the entire duration of the game, who's been taunting you and been making an absolute ass of himself. And then kind of comes down to brass tacks, and oh snap, this guy's actually a legitimate fight. This is a real cool moment. That's kind of why Nefarious is like one of my more favorite boss fights in the game. Just for having that right amount of challenge, and also kind of the contrast between what you see him in cutscenes and how he does in fights. Fortunately, I can't use any of the ground-based weapons because this guy just flies all the time. I'm running out of long-range stuff to shoot at him. Maybe I should be looking for ammo. Maybe I should do that. Ooh, what does a pixelized Nefarious look like?
That's it! I'm gonna send you into the heart of a supernova.
Oh man, no, not the end of Ratchet and Clank reimagining.
Why aren't these buttons labeled?
You went through a lot of trouble just for a taste of power, huh?
I can't wait to defeat you and Ratchet in front of this audience. My adoring fans!
Well, I think they're gonna have a change of heart soon enough. Alright, that blade comes out, you just phase dash. That's what you gotta do.
Enough of this insolence!
Uh-oh, one last attack. Oh, I was expecting something more dramatic. He's down! Is this an enemy felled, or are we going to go through another phase? Look at that, you did it! Managed to kick Nefarious's butt in the crowd of people. Oh, here come the other two. Oh, right, yeah, them. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm guessing this dimension's Nefarious. Ah, colored white and orange. They know.
Wow! What a battle! Are we done having fun? Come on! Give it up for Rivet and her first victory!
And her last, I guess?
I wish I could have been here sooner. However, I am thrilled to announce that I finished neutralizing my
Oh, is that his catchphrase?
with the
Neutralizing?
exception of Captain Quantum.
Quantum?
And anyway.
And
I heard
wait,
that the
who?
rebel
Are you
Lombax was
Skid?
battling me. I had to.
Come here, the universe celebrate your defeat?
Hey, yo.
Celebrating. You mean them?
Oh, wow. Oh, damn. He ruthless.
I've been fighting rebels for years. Let me help you wipe them out.
Wow.
My strange fan wants to assist.
Yeah, fan.
Tantalizing. Why don't we make this interesting? A home game, perhaps?
Huh. And you're gonna leave him alive?
Sargasso! I have to get there first!
We're coming
Oh.
with you. Ratchet, we must find Quantum. He is the last rebel on that list.
Go to Ardolis and find Pierre. He'll take you to him.
So they gotta split up. Oop.
Wait. If we are going to face the Emperor, we should gather as many resources as we can. You're right. Maybe a good idea to hit the arena before we go.
But Sargasso! Don't worry. They travel at the speed of plot. Anyways, they said there were new tracks here. Let's see what you got for us. Wow, Dino, dance you a new one! That would be a good name for a super weapon. Lloyd and the droids and Skull. Wish they had like an exclamation point at the new tunes. Alright, well, I'm guessing that means silver challenges are now available. Like how they have this window, they have this tape on this window now. Yep, there we go. Survive 5 waves against the Mangler. 4 waves using a Warmonger, defeat 50 pits. Hey. What does that wrench slam thing mean? And question mark, question mark, question mark. That gonna be like a boss rush. Alright. Guess we'll close out with this. Just a little arena battle. Man. It's a real good thing they have that line to let you know where they're coming from. Or pirates. Never stood a chance. I wonder if the plot twist here is going to be they're going to introduce like a second Mangler. Noted. An invincible enemy. Oh, whew. Actually, good timing for that level up. Oh, man. 07 for all those Agents of Doom there. Oh no. It's undergone a limit break, so I guess that means it's just super fast now. Or super reactive. It's like, you see the line, you just go. Just run. Don't hang around, because you will get run over in short order. Keep on forgetting I got this dodge here. I should probably use it more. Also, this drill hound will probably come in handy. As long as I keep juking the Mangler, it doesn't pose that much of a threat. Very straightforward enemy. Alright. 4 waves down. 1 more to go. And it's just more pirates. Yeah, about that. Oh man, I had some pretty good timing with that topiary shot there. Oh man, that was so close. I wonder if that Mangler hitting me is like instant death. Rather unfortunate if it was. I think I got lucky there. That was a miracle, and I'm not afraid to admit it. Okay, I'm running out of unleveled weapons with ammo. Hey, there we go. Job's done. That's real satisfying, just seeing all that currency just magnetized towards your character. Defeat 4 waves of enemies using the Warmonger. I wonder if I should run back out real quick and just buy that. How much money do I have? Map offline. Of course it is. Guessing it's listed on the bottom, but I'm covered. Both in real life and on the screen there.
Of course, the Emperor would come back just because he was on the news. Ugh, not for the dimensions falling apart or...
The Emperor has always been a threat to our universe. We must get the Dimensionator away from him before we have no home left to save.
Got a point, you know, but we still have to do some arena battles.
Entrance with the Bombardier.
Oh, now the Bombardier is available.
Explosive good time.
But we're gonna actually get the Warmonger first.
All of the other names on that hit list.
It is not your fault that they were captured.
First, this video. You can... Anytime now. Try that again. Well, guess we're not watching it.
Upgrades ready. Are you?
Let's see. Definitely upgrade the area of effect. And, ooh, direct damage, yes. Fire rate? Yeah. Probably be useful. Ooh. Max ammo boost.
Get that chain going, hun. Nice mod.
That's like the first single cell gold upgrade I've seen. Let's do again. Shots find their targets more easily. Get that one out. Ooh, maybe this ammo upgrade as well. Oh, wow.
Leave it so soon.
Save the rest of Raritanium for later. Now we gotta go back and do the other silver rank games. So where were all these other goons when Nefarious was getting one on us? Oh, have a Mort Janitor here too. Ah, always cleaning up the mess. Alright. 4 waves of enemies using a Warmonger, let's go. Megumin approves of this challenge. Oh man, these are dummy rockets. Alright. It shouldn't be too bad, because these things hit. Wow. That's kind of cute, actually. Okay, this is going to be a lot of running around the arena smacking ammo crates to get more rockets. Especially since I'm using like a level 1 Warmonger. 1 down, 3 to go. Probably won't get much easier from here on out. Probably. Another wave down. Quick refill. Huh, only 6 rockets. Then again, they pack a heck of a punch. Dang it. And makes every one rocket that misses all the more painful. It's a lot of lasers. Oh no, I'm out. Give me a moment here, I need to run around and get some more rockets. Or rockets for the rocket throne. Also running low on health, I should watch my step. Whew, isn't so bad. One more wave. Oh no. It's a boss. The contender. Good thing I spent that raritanium on it. Oh no, more enemies. The worst part about a boss battle is the grunts phase. I hate grunts phases. Oh no, I'm not today. Yes, today. Really?
Wait. If we are going to face the Emperor, we should gather as many resources as we can. You're right. Maybe a good idea to hit the arena before we go.
Yes, I agree, but first I need some... I need to upgrade the Warmonger a little bit more.
Because he was on the news. Ugh, not for the dimensions falling apart or... The Emperor has always been a threat to our universe. We must get the Dimensionator. Hold that thought.
Ooh, max ammo by 2. Our tits do more damage. Yes, we're gonna...
Nice mod, huh?
Every... tile's getting
Anyway,
checked out there.
Has always been a threat to our universe. We must get the Dimensionator away from him before we have no home left to save.
Another thing I like in modern games, the way they kind of let you resume conversations, like, you know, that happen in the world when they let you do that, and make it natural, at least as natural as they can as well. It works. I've seen them do that in like Uncharted,
It is not your fault that
and that was like pretty cool there. It's kind of neat that they do it here too. All right, take 2 with a slightly more powerful Warmonger. Let's see how this goes. Well, it'd be funny if we like eventually hit level 5 with the Warmonger here. Oh yeah, I'm one-shotting all these robots now. What a difference one level makes. Also, of course, hitting all those upgrade nodes probably helped too. Hopefully the contender will be much more manageable as well. Imagine that action shot, just Rivet just grabbing the rockets in midair, shoving them into Warmonger, and then firing it off for that last minute save. The bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Dang it. Missed. Didn't miss that one, though. I'm pretty sure you did. That is not even a question. Alright, one more. Alright. Here it comes, the moment of truth. Time to fight the contender. Maybe I should focus on destroying those other minions when they show up. Oh, come on, I totally dodged that. Ah, there we go. Enemy felled. It's another one down. Here come the swarm of currencies. Now, it doesn't look too bad when they're orbs. Alright. 2-5 down. Defeat 50 pests before the poison gas kills you. So I'm guessing higher health. That gives us more time on the clock. Also, probably means getting hit is of the utmost importance. Although you have a health crate over there. Be very careful to not hit it. Wait, is that going down by 5? Perhaps a bit more frantic than I thought it would be. Really, this would have been a lot better if it went down by 1, even if it ticked down at a faster rate. That's a shame. Alright, since those crates heal 20 health, I should try to not hit it until I get 20 health, right? That works, usually. It's been a while since I used this Negatron Collider. Oh no. Wait, where's my health crate? Oh, there it is. And probably big folks, aren't they? Or not. Okay, you know what? I'll take it. It would be real funny if, like, enemy number 59 was just like another contender. Hey, look at that. 60% of the gold bolts have been collected. Let's see what option this gives us. Confetti craniums. This is like their version of a birthday party, the grunt birthday party from Halo. We're gonna turn that on. Why not? More particles. It's always fun. Alright, challenge number 4. Frozen amoeboids. Oh, okay, so we gotta use the cryo thing to freeze them up. ASMR. Wow. Okay, this is like a pretty unique challenge here. Give them credit for that. Seems like mostly catharsis, if anything, because it's really just 5 of them. Oh, snap. Need more ammo. Ammo! And just like that, we're done. Wow. The box breaker, so that's what that is. A, then X to destroy crates in a larger radius. Alright, so that's just a functional upgrade. Fine. Would have preferred bolts, but yeah. Skolol the Seekerpede. Get an armor part out of it. Boss battle. Oh hey, yeah, I remember you. You killed my son. Prepare to die. I almost jumped out of the arena there. You just start shooting you? Yeah, okay. Oh, ouch. Wow, that was only 8 damage. Could have been worse. These agents of doom are useless! Oh well, once the grunts come out, they'll be considerably more useful. Oh my god, I thought I dodged that. What the heck? Well, now I think about it, why am I not using the Warmonger here? Man, it's only 3% of its health. Look at that, the agents can be helpful. Let's go. Starting to get used to this whole phase dodging thing. Looks like my computer's kind of buckling under the weight of this. Oh, out of ammo. Now why not topiary to get it under control here. Man, that topiary sprinkler is kind of nuts if it can just hold bosses in place like that. Ah, great enemy felled. Maybe bonus enemy. Advanced Carbonox chest get. Hey, whoa. Well, that's not happening, unfortunately, for you. Oh. I wonder if we'll make a third revisit to this place. Oh, definitely would check it off the list now if Nefarious is gonna get the drop on us. Look at all those new weapons in this locker and this area here. Hey, why did I not notice that craggy bear there before? Looks like there are 4 more to get. We know what one of them is. The other 2 will come at a later point. Do we have enough money for
No, it is quality when you buy
No, we don't.
Miss Zircon.
You still does not want to work. Great.
Happy to help, hun.
Alright. Got that out of the way. One more thing. Let's jump in this spaceship here real quick.
6 half teaspoons of salt.
Is that a limeade recipe?
You tried to add extra water?
Ooh, 2 cups of water.
Yeah, to dilute that salt. Sheesh. Alright, and jump in here real quick. I was expecting another cutscene to play out, but I guess.
Here, you guys. He'll help you warn Captain Quantum.
Alright. An optional treasure hunt here. It's like Sargasso is just planets invaded.
Letting the Emperor destroy my home.
Finally decided it was worth it, huh? Well, alright. There's no new cutscene. We had a pretty climactic confrontation there, right? Once again, we find ourselves, wrapping up this stream here on, the Scarstu Debris Field. Yeah, look at that. We kicked the Emperor's butt. Or, no, we didn't kick the Emperor's butt. We kicked Dr. Nefarious's butt once again. But, looks like the Emperor has finally made his appearance and is going to cause a big deal problem if we don't stop him. So, that will be for next time. I think for now I will call it here. That'll do it for this stream. Thank you everyone who stopped by, everyone who came and watched. I appreciate each and every one of you. Now let us pass on the crowd here. We'll go see else is online this late hour. Yeah, there's definitely folks. Since music doesn't play here, let's get soundtrack. Wow, it's on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, makes sense. Alright. With there we go. The Blizzard theme mega mix seems fitting. It's actually one of my more favorite themes from this track. Definitely feels like got closest to, like, you know, old school Ratchet and Clank soundtrack. Just have that playing in the background while I look for someone to raid here. Will we meet tonight? Oh yeah, this is like a medley of all the themes that I've played on that area, which makes sense. Yeah, this part definitely evokes that sort of old school feel to it. That orchestra mixed in with the techno. Oh man. There's one thing I like in music, it's like when they have like the rising action part, right? Gives you that sense of hope. It's like, oh man. Usually where like the turning point happens in a scene. And when they put those two together, it's like really gives you the chills. At least it does for me. Yeah, okay. Still up. I was arbitrarily worried about that. Ah, man. We Slim pickings. Very refreshed. Be a case of I just need to give this another look. Yeah, things are getting real dramatic here. We're gonna check some other tags. Boy, having this music on sure makes hunting for someone to raid feel all the more dramatic, doesn't it? It's a matter of life and death. If I don't find someone else to raid, then this whole place is going to go up in flames. Yeah. Go with that. I was expecting that guitar part to show up at some point, but I guess it did. I probably missed it. Hey, you know what? Is there anyone streaming Rift Apart right now? Go with that. Surprisingly short list, but then again, from what I've read, Rift Apart is not too long of a game. I'm just kind of stretching out the playthrough over multiple 3-hour streams, which is why it feels longer. Maybe I should give one of them it anyway. Why not? I think this guy's like way further into the game than I am. But you know what? I kind of look so. They haven't been on too long, so I have to assume their raids are open. Alright. See if this raid goes through. Hey, look at that. Alright. Live Spartan is also playing Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. That said, they are at a later point in the story, so, you know, if you don't want spoilers, I guess, just be warned of that. But, you know, it's, I feel like we're kind of hitting a climax in the story, so I don't know what else there is there to spoil. I mean, we did get a pretty big revelation, so unless there's like, no, there's some further twist, like a third dimension or something, I think we're reaching an end game of sorts. Anyways, We're gonna raid, I guess. Let's see. If you're gonna raid, if you're joining on the raid, give them Silver Arena Champs raid. And if you're not, have a good start to your weekend. I'll be back on Sunday. We're gonna wrap up Sunset Overdrive, Dawn of the Rise of the Fallen Machines. Finally gonna reach a dramatic conclusion to Sunset Overdrive in general. Man, I'm always sad to see it go. I always enjoyed revisiting that game. Maybe I'll revisit it again in the future. Far in the future. But that'll be for another time. I'll see you then.